Evanston Red Devil Volleyball is live on KNYN 99.1 FM and online at mylocalradio.com. Follow the team across the state of Wyoming from the Cokeville Invitational in late August all the way through to the state tournament in November, with the opening serve of today's match quickly approaching. Let's head to the booth for pregame coverage.
Welcome back to the Casper Event Center. It's consolation match time in about 10 minutes from now. Cody has defeated Cheyenne East to eliminate the T-Birds from state playoff contention. They were already set out of championship contention. This for the third place bracket. That was match number 1 of 2 in consolation today. Match number 2, Evanston versus Natrona County. Coming your way in about 10 to 15 minutes from now. We'll get into that matchup when we come back in just a bit on this First Bank presentation of Red Devil Volleyball on KNYN 99.1 FM and online at mylocalradio.com.
From Randolph, Utah to the Uinta Mountains, from Lyman to Evanston. Whenever you have plumbing, heating, or air conditioning problems, call Landmark Plumbing and Heating at 307-789-8793. Regular office hours run Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. But we also offer 24/7 emergency service. Do you need a new septic system, water heater, or furnace? You can trust Landmark Plumbing and Heating. Program our number into your phone right now, 307-789-8793. Landmark Plumbing and Heating. When you need us, we'll be there.
If you're a person who enjoys comfort, affordability, and history, make sure you stay at the Best Western Dunmar Inn the next time you're in Evanston, Wyoming. In 1957, retired FBI agent Jack Dub Mills purchased the 17-unit motel referred to as the Oasis of the West that was frequented by stars like Dolly Parton and Tanya Tucker. Today, when you stay at the Best Western Dunmar Inn, you'll enjoy the history while you relax in one of the 165 ground-level rooms on 10 beautiful acres. Best Western Dunmar Inn. Reserve your rooms today, 307-789-3770.
Is laundry one of those chores that drags you down? Let Joe's Modern Cleaners come to your rescue. Take advantage of their wash and fold service. You drop it off and pick it up. The rest is done for you. Or you could take all your clothes to Joe's, load them up into the multiple washers, then dry them in the multiple dryers, and do all 10 loads in the time that it would take you to do 2 at home. Ask about all our other laundry options at Joe's Modern Cleaners, 624 West Cheyenne Drive in the Frontier Square. Take all your clothes to Joe's.
Welcome back to the Casper Event Center. It's consolation match time as Cody took down Cheyenne East in 4 sets. That final in the 4th set, 26 to 24. Not the Impact Physical Therapy board, but the soon-to-be Impact Physical Therapy scoreboard. We welcome you back where the clock says 1 minute and 44 seconds until tip-off time. I believe they're running the 5-5, 2-2 sort of thing. So we're probably about 10 minutes away from the match, as I think that clock is signifying Evanston's time left on the hitting court. Natrona County has not gotten a chance to hit yet, so in about 1:25, they will get their opportunity. Cody has moved on to play tomorrow at 10:30 a.m. The winner of this match has a very early affair, so it's probably good that they're getting an early match out of the way today. They will play at 9 a.m., and they will play against either Laramie or Star Valley on the Cody side. And for Evanston or Natrona County, the 2 teams playing in this matchup, they will play against the loser of Kelly Walsh and Thunder Basin, the teams in the semifinal match today. Let's double check and make sure that's correct. 11-2, winner M9. I've got a bracket brought up, but it's not the most reliable of things. But I believe that should be it because the bracket should switch around. I'll double check on that. And we'll give you some starting lineups and what to look for this Natrona program, which is the first time all year they've played for, I don't know how long it's been, but switching conferences now into quadrants. Travel time's been cut down. Evanston and Natrona are no longer on a twice-a-year, if not more, schedule to play each other. This is the first meeting between these 2 teams. Still a lot of familiarity between the 2 and some ties between them as well. We'll talk about that when we come back on pregame coverage live at the Casper Event Center on KNYN 99.1 FM and online at mylocalradio.com.
Business cards are a powerful and inexpensive way to promote the goods and services you offer. You can design your own cards or have the professionals at Weststar Printing design your business cards. Now with same-day and next-day turnaround on all business card printing, you don't have to wait. Get your business cards today. Professional quality, inexpensive prices, and quick turnaround. Visit Westar Printing, 243 7th Street in Evanston, across from the library. Westar Printing, 307-789-5202.
Does your time at the dental office feel like this? Or like this? At Bear River Dental, we do everything we can to help your time at the dental office feel more like this. Call Bear River Dental today at 307-789-5608 to have a dental experience like this. That's Bear River Dental at 307-789-5608. We'll treat you well.
When you run a farm or ranch, you understand how important water is when it comes to your animals. Not only does it matter for the overall health of your animals, but it directly ties to your bottom line. Ellingford Brothers sells cement water troughs and custom-built critter ladders, culverts, head gates, and septic tanks. See how Ellingford Brothers can help you with water options for your farm or ranch. Call today, 307-789-1515. That's 789-1515.
Welcome back to the Casper Event Center, where we are getting set for a consolation match, Natrona County versus Evanston. The loser is done for the year. The winner moves on to play at 9 a.m. tomorrow against the loser of Thunder Basin and Kelly Walsh. Well, we've got one division athlete that's signed already between these two teams, and it's Grace DeBay. She plays an outside hitter in today's matchup, but is not in that position at 5'7" at the D1 level. That was probably just never a realistic opportunity, and they knew that going in. The good thing for DeBay is from day one, playing as a sophomore at the varsity level at Natrona County and going back to her Norco club days, she loves defense and has been one of the top defenders in the state of Wyoming, going back to when she was 15 and a sophomore at the state level. Junior year, she was unable to play outside of regionals in state as she tore her ACL late in the basketball season, but she's come back and been impressive enough. She's been able to play all throughout the year, still has the right knee brace going up and down the leg, but she signed with, or is committed to Utah State and will sign next week with the Utah State Aggies. And a big reason for that is the Evanston connection. I was talking to her father beforehand, and we'll hear from Grace in just a little bit, but she was a big fan of Ashley Thornock back in the 2014-2015 seasons when she was a freshman, an 8th grader going back in Casper, and she developed a relationship with that family, also developed a relationship with the Freelands, and one player on the court today starting for varsity, a freshman, Emily Freeland. When Grace tore her ACL as a sophomore, Emily Freeland, then in junior high, got a hold of her through Snapchat, of all places, and the two have become friends. They apparently still message each other on a very regular basis, and so the connection between Evanston and Natrona County, always a close one. Of course, Michael Botkin, a former Evanston graduate, but on the court has become close between the players as well. So this matchup, probably a bittersweet one for the two teams, as it's the first time and only time they'll play this season, and the winner will move on and be the reason directly for the loser's season to be over. Nonetheless, one of these teams will come out victorious today, and when we come back, we will hear from Grace DeBay, the senior outside hitter for Natrona County, followed by Coach Tara Lawler for the Evanston Lady Red Devils after this. This is Red Devil Volleyball on KNYN 99.1 FM and online at mylocalradio.com.
Hello, this is Dr. McKay Frankham. As a dentist in Evanston for over 20 years now, my mission has always been to provide quality dental care for people of all ages at reasonable prices. I'm a detail-oriented person, and it's important to me to stay current on new dental procedures and protocols that can help my patients have the best experience and have the best results. Over the years, I've also worked to keep my overhead low so that I can pass those savings on to my patients. I believe everyone deserves quality dental care. Please call us today at 307-789-8910.
I'm joined by Grace DeBay, senior outside hitter for Natrona County. I was just talking to your dad not that long ago, and he said that you have committed to Utah State. You're about to make it official here soon. You're going as a libero, so as I'm looking at you, I was watching you last night, you're elevating high, you're feeling good as an outside, but you're playing your last days as an outside hitter. How has this experience been, knowing that before long you're going to continue playing volleyball, but it's not going to be the high-flying, swinging days?
Yeah, it's definitely different. I'm really just kind of savoring these last few days I have hitting, and I'm excited to be libero. I love defense, so I'm really excited for that, but I'm going to miss hitting, definitely.
Last night you went against Natrona, a tough team. got a set in them, the third set against them. First couple were close. The fourth one was hanging with them. In the end, where would you have liked to have just gotten a little bit more of an edge against them?
I think that if we would have come out a little stronger in the first set, it kind of would have changed the entire game. So I think that if we could have just brought it together a little bit more in the beginning, it could have been a different story. But ultimately, we're excited to play today. So hopefully we come out strong.
Do you like playing on the sport courts over the gyms?
I personally like the gym floors. I think the sport courts are kind of slippery, so I don't really like that as much. But it's just part of the state experience, so that's fun.
Some girls like the slide. You'd rather have more grip?
Yeah. Just like for my approach and hitting. Defensively, it's nice. You don't stick to the floor as much. But I just think in general movement and quickness, the gym floors are easier.
You came back for regionals and state last year, but outside of that, you were recovering from the ACL injury. I see you in the brace. Is it awkward getting up and jumping, or is it pretty movable?
It's actually super movable. My first practice, first few weeks with it was kind of weird, but I actually love it, and it's kind of like a little safety piece I have out there. So, yeah, the brace doesn't bother me at all.
Do you feel more comfortable at this point with it on than off?
Yes, I actually have not played with it off yet, so we'll see. Utah State, I probably will put it away, but for now, I'll finish off with it on.
Well, this season has been a growing experience, and you are coming back, trying to get your legs back under you. Of course, you played at Tundon Club, but it's, a change in cast and crew.
Yes.
As a senior, what was that like trying to help lead a team through those changing waters?
I just think we're a pretty young team, so we just kind of had to come into it and know that we're going to have our ups and downs, but just try to, ride it out and hopefully keep peaking where we need to be peaking at.
Describe day 2 of regionals for me as you guys got through and qualified.
Day 2 was awesome. We played out of our minds. The Campbell County game was just amazing. We had the greatest energy I've seen from us all year, and so hopefully we can keep doing that.
At what point did you realize you were going to have a day like that? And had you seen that coming the last couple of weeks, or was it kind of an elevation of tournament play that you got through on that day?
I definitely think that it was an elevation in the tournament play. We had lost our 2 previous last conference games before regionals, so I think everybody was just coming in a little bit hungrier, and then we lost to Central the first day in a tough 5-set match, so I think that really just helped us build for the next day.
All right, Grace DeBay, it's an elimination game, but no matter what, you're going to be closer to my end of the state, so maybe I can come see you play at Utah State.
Yes,
good luck.
Definitely. Thank you so much.
No matter what season of the year it is, when you live in our neck of the woods, you need outdoor power equipment. With quality product lines like Stihl, Toro, and Walker, Superior Rental and Sales has what you need for every season. Everything from homeowner to professional grade products. Plus, when it comes to maintenance, you're covered. Our full-time mechanic is available for tune-ups, maintenance, chain sharpening, whatever you need. Stop in today, Superior Rental and Sales, 371 Prospector Drive, here in Evanston.
I'm with Tara Lawler, day 2 of the state tournament, taking on Natrona County for the first time this year, and I don't know if this has ever happened, that happens in state the first time that you've ever played them. Overall, it's a team that you saw for the most part last year, so you have a little bit of an idea what you're doing. But when you get to state, you try to get a little more in-depth. What has your planning gone into this year?
We did watch a little bit of film. We looked ahead at the potential of what could happen. And we did watch some game tape. We're well aware and familiar with Grace DeBay. And we know that she leads in all of their categories except for blocking. And Kate Roberts takes that skill that she leads the team in. So I know we've got to be on our toes. We've got to be prepared. But more importantly, we've got to play our game. We've got to play focused and with high energy and a high enthusiasm and just wanting to fight and wanting to compete.
The way you say that, do you think that at some point you got taken out of what you were trying to do yesterday?
I think that we got a nice early lead, and I thought we were playing well. But I don't know if it was that relentless pursuit every ball. There was a couple of plays that I thought we didn't outwork Laramie, and they got the upper hand, and then we stopped. And it's just that fight and that drive to not be satisfied until you get that point. And if you don't get that point, be ready to get the next point. I think last night we kind of thought too long and hard about the previous point as opposed to the next point.
Against Natrona, like we said, the first time you've taken them on this year, but a team that seems to be peaking at the right time. So when you were looking at film, were you trying to find stuff as recently as you could?
Yeah, well, actually, they were kind enough and gave us some film so we could have prepared for Laramie. So in that film, we saw Natrona playing Laramie. And we see that their ball control is everything. They've been kind of hot and cold. When they have good ball control, they're really successful. When they struggle in out of system, like any volleyball team, they struggle offensively because they can't get the ball to the setter, who can then get the ball to the hitters.
You've switched around your rotations a little bit in these, even in the sets, and then that includes switching the libero jersey out set by set. I saw that happening in regionals. I'm not sure if I'd missed that happening a little bit earlier. What came to your decision for that?
You know, we did it for the first time at regionals. I had been thinking about it a little bit earlier on, but with Sierra and Corey, they both do some nice things. We're comfortable with them in both positions, and so I thought if it adds a little bit more confusion for the other team, it also allows our girls to play more consistently, and so they're not sitting out in that defensive specialist role as opposed to the libero, and they'd be out for being that state is a one game per day. I thought this way it keeps them more in the game, and that girl that is only playing that 2.5 rotations as opposed to the libero, there is a lot of sit time, and I thought that's kind of silly, so let's keep them both ready to go and exchange them on some kind of a routine. So they alternate starts. So today it's Corey's turn to start, but we'll do the same thing set by set.
Coach Lawler, good luck today.
Thank you, Jake.
Starting lineup and opening serve when we return on this First Bank presentation of Red Devil Volleyball.
I think another good name for Matt Rex, the owner of T-Bar S Body Shop in Evanston, would be the Anger Eraser. I came out to the parking lot to find a ding and scratch. I was so angry, I went to T-Bar S Body Shop to get a quote and met Matt Rex. He said they would fix it, and he'd even talk to my insurance company. When I picked up my car, it looked great. No stress, no hassle. Matt's friendliness and quality service erased all my anger. When your car gets bunged up, don't get angry, just let T-Bar fix your car.
Jake Hibbert joining you live from the Casper Event Center on a Friday in consolation. 2:30 matchup about to start. Cody has already survived. They defeated Cheyenne East. It's now Natrona County on the left side of the net in their pumpkin jerseys, the bright orange and black numerals, to Evanston on the right side in their navy blues. Starting lineups first for the Lady Red Devils at outside hitter, senior Ajahana Archuleta and junior Lauren Ellingford. At middle blocker, it's number 27, Rachel Voss, a junior, and senior number 24, Kaylee Sharp. Right side hitters, Emily Freeland, a freshman, starting in the front line today. The other right side hitter is Natalie Robbins, a senior. That has Kaylee Sharp starting in the back row, and she'll be subbed out momentarily for the libero in the first set, Corey DeRue. In the second set, it'll be Sierra Burley at libero. They are trading set by set. Defensive specialist in this set, Sierra Burley. The setters, Sydney Bound and Kaylee Critchfield. Opening serve goes to Sydney Bound as Evanston has flipped its rotation 1/2 of the way around on the wheel. They have Emily Freeland blocking against Grace DeBay, who is currently in rotation number 4 and will move in the receive once Natrona County gains possession. They set right side to Kate Robertson, and it's out of bounds, and point 1 goes to Evanston. And excuse me, Grace DeBay is in the back line serve receive, but she is in the front row as a attacker at outside. Set from Fink, goes outside to DeBay. She winds up and long, but a touch ruled. Grace DeBay with her first kill of the day. So on to starting lineups for Natrona County. At outside hitter, senior Grace DeBay with about 300 kills on the season, and Parker Morin with about 93. Morin will come in and play outside in a few rotations, currently in the back line. Set up right side to Archuleta, winds over the block, goes to Morin. Bump set from Fink, the setter, and a bump over behind the back from Kate Robertson. On to Evanston's side, it's Archuleta on the left side of the net. Cross quarter, out of bounds, no touch, and 2-1 Natrona County. Continuing with the starters for Natrona County, Kate Robertson back to serve right now, a third-year starter at middle blocker. The other middle blocker, a freshman, Alicia Lane, wearing number 35. Set from bounds, shoot to the outside, cross quarter, and Archuleta again misses long. 3-1 on the Impact Physical Therapy board. Natrona County in charge. At right side hitter in a 6-2 formation, Anna Fink will play front line and back line. Right side hitter as a front liner, setter in the back line. Try it to Archuleta again. This time tips over the block, and it's good. Went over Sydney Wilson, the other right side hitter, and Alicia Lane, the middle blocker at freshman. 3-2 on the Impact Physical Therapy board. Archuleta serving. Tessa Kokenauer is the other setter, and Kylie Hildebrand is the libero in the black jersey. To the middle, Alicia Lane punches it over, handled by Evanston. Set to the right side. Emily Freeland gets good arms on it, but Grace DeBay's there for the block. Stays up on Evanston's side. Lauren Ellingford again tips it over on the left side, and I think that's clearly been in the scouting report today. 3-3 on the Impact Physical Therapy board. Back-to-back kills, first by Archuleta, now by Ellingford, where they tip it over two blockers, and there's no backline defense. See if Natrona in this chess match goes for an adjustment. Morin on the first return, set up at the middle and returned over the net just barely on a missed setup intended for DeBay. Lane was there. Blocked down, Sydney Wilson cannot make a block. It falls down, and the kill goes to Emily Freeland. 4-3 Red Devils on the Impact Physical Therapy scoreboard. Anna Fink missed the set intended to the middle. Fink tries it again, this time to Alicia Lane. She gets good hands on it, and Alicia Lane coming in as a freshman, taking over the second outside hitter position, our second middle blocker position, along with Kate Robertson. I noticed her defense mostly yesterday in the loss to Star Valley, but in that high two set, she shows good swinging ability as well. Tessa Kokenauer, the setter, moves in for the first time today for Natrona County, serving from the left side. Sends it over to Ellingford. Bound goes on a run. Shoots to the outside, back to Ellingford. Down the line, no touch, and out of bounds. Point Natrona County. It is 1 point in favor of Natrona County, 5-4 on the Impact Physical Therapy scoreboard. Serve back to Tessa Kokenauer, a sophomore. A junior, rather. No, wait. I was looking at Hildebrand. Hildebrand's a junior. Kokenauer is a junior as well. Outside to DeBay, left to the antenna, and a block by Rachel Voss, and Emily Freeland gives Evanston a tie, 5-5 on the Impact Physical Therapy board. Talking to Coach Lawler beforehand, they were flipping the rotation around to have freshman Emily Freeland hopefully blocking against Grace DeBay. They like their chances with her going up against the 5'7" senior DeBay. Bump set from Corey DeRue, goes to Ellingford, flips it over the line, and it's open again. Two blockers go up, but on the tip over, there's no backline defense to get the second, or to get a first hit up for Natrona County. Evanston serving to the right of the net. It's the one in the white jersey, Corey DeRue, the libero, serving away for Evanston. Punches it over, and an ace in front of Hildebrand. The Red Devils lead 7-5. DeRue serving again, a 2-point lead for the Red Devils in this opening set. Hildebrand returns it, Morin sets up. Goes to a bump over by Kokenauer, out of order and out of system for Natrona. Evanston on the attack, Emily Freeland deflected at the net, stays on Natrona's side. Back to the outside, DeBay winds up and rolls it deep. Out of bounds, point Evanston, they lead it by 3. This is the opening set of consolation play, Evanston versus Natrona County. Natrona County in the pumpkin orange jerseys, receiving on the left side, and a second return by Lane over and out. The serve received for Natrona is in a mighty struggle at the moment, and Coach Michael Botkin will call a timeout. We'll call one as well. Be back in 30 seconds on this First Bank presentation of Red Devil Volleyball on KNYN 99.1 FM and online at mylocalradio.com.
It's important to feel like you belong. At Trona Valley Federal Credit Union, we understand the value of connection. When you become a member, you join our family. You become an owner of a not-for-profit financial organization, and your success becomes our success. We give back to our members by offering lower loan rates, fewer fees, higher yields, and more products and services. Become a member of Trona Valley Federal Credit Union today, and let's work together to reach your financial goals. We're a caring partner here for you. Member NCUA.
Back here at the Casper Event Center, Evanston versus Natrona. These two teams met last year on day 2 in consolation, and Natrona County won in 4 sets. Evanston with a 4-point lead in the opening set here, serving to the right of the net, Corey DeRue. Right side attack by DeBay. Tooled it off the hands of Kaylee Sharp, and Natrona with the point back, 9-6 on the Impact Physical Therapy board. Grace DeBay back to serve. By my count on the stats given on Max Preps, Grace DeBay with 25 aces on the year, probably more than that. Talking to her father beforehand, her kills are about 300. Her digs at about 760. Puts her top 50 in the nation in digs total. And then as you take out liberos, backline specialists only, put her as an outside hitter, she's top 4 in the nation out of outside hitters playing in the back line. Again, DeBay moving on next year to play libero at Utah State. 9-7 as DeBay serves after getting a ace over and a push deep corner. Lauren Ellingford on the setup again attacks and exploits the back line defense or lack thereof down the line. There's a big shadow being exploited at the moment, and it's 10-7. Kaylee Critchfield in for the first time today, the setter, normally with the opening serve. Today, server number 4, I believe. Critchfield near ace, going right at Morin. Alicia Lane bumps it to the back line. Grace DeBay, legal black back line serve, and Ellingford pushes it over. In system to the middle, Lane through 2 blockers and off of Critchfield, bounces into the 3A court, and it's 10-8 on the Impact Physical Therapy board. Evanston was up 8-4 yesterday in the opening set against Laramie. Things were looking great, and then a run by Laramie kind of ended that as they went on to win the first set, won the second set big by way of a 10-point run serving by Alexis Stuckey, the most outstanding player, I think, in this entire tournament, and already as a freshman challenging for top player in the state. Third bump is over to Natrona's side by Kaylee Sharp. Set up to the middle. It's a low setup, but Kate Robertson handles it well, tips it, and it's a point. Natrona, they trail by 1. 10-9 on the Impact Physical Therapy board. Kylie Hildebrandt wears number 11 in the black jersey as a libero. Junior libero for Natrona County, serving left side of the net. Flat-footed straightaway serve goes to Corey DeRue. Set up from Critchfield outside to Sharp. She had to wait on the serve. She hung in the air a little bit, beat the blockers, and got it through. 10-9 becomes 11-9 on the kill by Kaylee. Lauren Ellingford, the server for Evanston. Punches it over, goes to Hildebrandt. Set up, Kokenauer to the middle. Kate Robertson's 2 for 2 on being set up with the kills. She waited on that one, not a quick set, not a high 2, somewhere in the middle, and a half approach by Kate Robertson. She still got a high attack, a powerful one, and beat the blockers, which failed to close. Natalie Robbins is in as a right side hitter. Still in her first rotation, Kaylee Critchfield, the setter, up in the front line for the serve receive. Critchfield moves to the 10-foot line to set up Archuleta, goes over the blockers, and Evanston is doing a good job getting over and through the Natrona blockers on the left side as they lead at 12-10 in the opening set. Kaylee Sharp to serve for the Red Devils. Natrona setting up with 4 in the serve receive, and Grace DeBay taking over control of that. Wants the high 2 set, instead goes to Robertson. High return by Critchfield, close to the antenna. Robbins digs it out, and a bump over by Burley. DeBay with the first touch up. Lane, back set to Wilson. Sydney Wilson cannot keep it in bounds, but there's a touch by the back line official, and it's 12-11 on the Impact Physical Therapy board. Natrona County is down by 1. We've got a substitution in for Natrona County, and I got to check. It is Kalia Jackson-Weinrich coming in. Didn't have her on my spot sheet. She hasn't played too much and did not play, at least recently. I think she played a little bit at the Border Wars way back opening weekend of the season, but I haven't seen Natrona since then. Grace DeBay, cross-court attack, a power one, goes off of Corey DeRue, and we're all knotted up at 12 apiece on the Impact Physical Therapy board. So Kalia Jackson-Weinrich, a serving specialist, and I think moving in to play some defense right now for Parker Morin, who has been sat and may be playing just front line from here on out. Coach Bodkin didn't like what he was seeing. Push up by Archuleta, back set goes to Robbins. She dumps it down in a big donut hole in the middle of the court, about the 10-foot line, just left of center. And Evanston takes a 1-point lead, 13-12 on the Impact Physical Therapy board. Sydney bound back in, so we're in this set back to rotation 1 for the Red Devils. This is usually rotation 4. Bound set to serve. Punches it over. Hildebrandt with the first return. Set up to DeBay. Wind up off the blockers of Emily Freeland. Deflected. Evanston bump set to Archuleta. She tools the blockers again and gets the kill. 14-12. I thought we had another substitution being put in, but it's just the assistant coaches getting up and giving direction to the backline defense, which is just being tooled and taken advantage of by the Evanston hitters on the outside at the moment. They put 2 blockers up, and they leave a big block shadow down the line, and that shadow is going to need to be covered up by Natrona. DeBay waits on a set, gets blocked. Weinrich picks it up. Back set to Robertson. She wasn't ready for it, but handled it. Bound with the first touch on Evanston's side. Set by Freeland to Archuleta. Cross court kill for the Red Devils. 15-12 on the Impact Physical Therapy board. Evanston up by 3 points. Anna Fink, the setter at the moment, struggling a little bit to get some good serves up to her hitters. Serve receive trouble as Wilson returns it over the net, but a good block by Kate Robertson puts it back on Evanston's side. At the 10-foot line, roll shot by Archuleta, received by DeBay. She gets the return hit. DeBay winds up, goes off the right hand of Emily Freeland for the point. 15-13 on the Impact Physical Therapy board. Hildebrandt subbed out as Alicia Lane back in at middle blocker. Kate Robertson to serve, and then Hildebrandt will be back in the back line, I believe. No, I think Robertson might play back line. Down the line, and a good kill by Emily Freeland from the outside position in her final rotation makes it 16-13. Red Devils leading by 3 points in the opening set in consolation. Serve Archuleta, and take that back. Freeland does have one more attack. Cross quarter, no line shot by DeBay, goes for a kill. Gracie is back up into the front line, and Natrona becomes much more dangerous whenever she is. Tessa Kokenauer subs in for Sydney Wilson, the right side hitter. Kokenauer back to serve. Natrona County set up left side of the net in this opening set. Goes over, line shot, picked up by Ellingford. She gets the return attack on the setup by Bound, tries to jump it over the blockers, but Kokenauer's there. Flip down by DeBay, picked up DeRue. Bumps up and a bump over by Ellingford. Hildebrandt sets up to Kokenauer. Wants DeBay again. High set and blocked off the hands of Voss. Stays on Evanston's side. A 1-point contest. 16-15 on the Impact Physical Therapy board. And a timeout taken by Evanston or Natrona. Not sure which, but we'll be back in 30 seconds. It's a 1-point contest on this First Bank presentation of Red Devil Volleyball on KNYN 99.1 FM and online at mylocalradio.com.
If you want your truck to really catch the eye, have the professionals at Plains Tire in Evanston install a custom lift kit with new tires and wheels. We've got a huge selection to choose from, so no matter what your style is, we've got the tires and wheels to make you smile. The way your truck looks reflects on you. Get the reflection you want with a lift kit, new tires, and wheels from Plains Tire in Evanston, the tire professionals. 157 Bear River Drive. Stop in today.
Welcome back to the Casper Event Center. Natrona County taking on Evanston. Evanston with the lead in the opening set, 16-15 on the Impact Physical Therapy board. We are not covering the 2A semifinal game of Glenrock and Mountain View today, but I do have an update from Kevin Coyle of Wild Preps. It is currently, as of most recent update, Glenrock leading Mountain View 6-0. Set up as Evanston receives and attacks. Deflected by Alicia. And it's a tight play at the net. Flipped over by Fink. Tee off for Lane. She gets blocked by Freeland. Diving down to make the save is Hildebrandt. Bump over by DeBay, and Natrona lives on. On to Evanston's side. Quick set faked. Instead it's low to Ellingford, and too low as she can't dig it out of the net on the attempted attack. Natrona County with the point out of the break. They've tied it up at 16 all. Tessa Kokenauer continuing to serve. A little bit of a mini run going on for Natrona County as they've climbed back to tie it. Now looking for the lead. Ellingford with the serve receive. She gets the opening attack. Has to back up on it. The set wasn't there. Kokenauer sets to Lane, and a lift called as she was tied in the net trying to push it out. The Coach Botkin does not agree with the up official's assessment there, saying it was straight up, but a lift nonetheless called. 17-16 on the Impact Physical Therapy board. Natrona down by 1 point to Evanston. Corey DeRue for the Lady Red Devils serving right side of the net. Over and just in. Hildebrandt makes the save. Jackson Weinrich went down to the ground. And a return over the net on a setup is out of bounds by Alicia Lane, the freshman middle. 18-16, Evanston leads. The libero for this set, and then the third set and fifth if necessary. Corey DeRue with the serve. DeBay, a low return up. Sets to the middle. Lane gets deflected, and DeRue keeps it in place. Set up by Ellingford. Blocked, but returned over. They say it was in. They say it is on Evanston's side and in. So a right side attack by Freeland. Hildebrandt makes the return for Natrona. Outside, DeBay swings and hits the antenna. And so it's out of bounds. Point Evanston. They're back up by 3. Late in the first set, it's 19-16 on the Impact Physical Therapy scoreboard. Natrona trailing Evanston. Corey DeRue serves it over. DeBay winds up and goes out of bounds. 20-16 Red Devils. Timeout taken by Natrona. We'll be back in 30 seconds on this First Bank presentation of Red Devil Volleyball on KNYN 99.1 FM and online at mylocalradio.com.
Throughout life, we celebrate the important milestones with jewelry, like graduation with a class ring, a watch for Father's Day, wedding sets for the bride and groom, a strand of pearls for your sweet 16, mother's rings to celebrate family. Commemorate these milestones working side by side with your personal jeweler at Sievers Jewelers. When you want to say, I want this moment to last forever, say it with Sievers. Sievers Jewelers on Main Street in downtown Evanston.
20-16 on the Impact Physical Therapy scoreboard as we welcome you back to the Casper Event Center on day 2 of state play. Consolation semifinals. Well, consolation quarterfinals, I suppose. Tomorrow morning would be the semifinals. Team that wins this will play at 9 a.m. tomorrow against either Kelly Walsh or Thunder Basin. Alicia Lane comes out of the break and sends one down into the net. A kill for Natrona County. And a point back, it's 20-17. Evanston with a 3-point advantage, and Grace DeBay is back to serve. Parker Morin moves in at the outside hitter, Elaine at the middle blocker, and at right side hitter we have Anna Fink. Bump set by Sydney Bound to the back line. Alexia Leland serves it over. To the middle, Alicia Lane winds up off the block of Kaylee Sharp, and 2 straight points for Natrona County out of the break. 20-18 on the Impact Physical Therapy board. Serve left side of the net. DeBay for Natrona over to Evanston. Middle shanked return by Leland. Emily Freeland keeps it in play, and Leland bumps it into the net. 3 straight points, 20-19 on the Impact Physical Therapy board. Natrona within 1. Evanston should have 1 timeout left. Natrona is out of timeouts. Grace DeBay serving. Jump serve over. Very little rotation. Going back at Leland. She gets a good return on this one. Attack over the block, but blocked. That was Anna Fink on the block. Ellingford tries it again, rolls it over. Hands on by Alicia. Parker Morin makes the return up. Bump set to Morin from DeBay, and she sends it into the net. Run over for Natrona County, and Evanston gets the point. 21-19 on the Impact Physical Therapy scoreboard. Natalie Robbins moves in at right side hitter. Kaylee Critchfield will go back to serve. Jump up for Kaylee, and a line drive goes to Morin. Set up, Kokenauer to Alicia Lane. Wasn't sure who it was going to. Ellingford on the other side, partially blocked. Punched over by Lane. Bump set from DeRue, back to Ellingford. She is blocked by Alicia Lane again. The freshman middle blocker coming in and making a big play late in the first set. Pulls it to within 1 point. 21-20 on the Impact Physical Therapy board. High fives all the way around as Lane goes to the bench. Kylie Hildebrand serving in her place. A shanked return by Ellingford, saved by Critchfield. Natalie Robbins pushes it over the block. Morin gets the return up and the attack. Set up from Robertson. Tips it over the block. Kaylee Critchfield with the first touch. Set up for Ellingford. Back middle. Hildebrandt for Natrona fields it. Outside, tried again, Morin. And she is partially blocked by Kaylee Sharp. She keeps it out of the net. Bump over by Ellingford. Back to Natrona's side. Kokenauer to the middle. A setup by Robertson. She jumps over her setter to keep it in play. Evanston has Ellingford hit it in the donut hole, and it's shanked back to the net behind the 4A court, 22-20. Evanston on the Impact Physical Therapy board. Sierra Burley back serving. Extra ball onto the court will be retrieved by one of the ball girls. Serve over for Burley. Goes to Hildebrandt. Kokenauer makes the run for it, and DeBay pushes it over. Legal backline attack. Burley, push to Archuleta. On Natrona's side, Kokenauer to Robertson. 3 blockers on her. DeRue for Evanston fields it. Archuleta on the attack, blocked. And stays on Natrona's side. Kokenauer to Morin. Winds up cross quarter, but I think there's a net touch. What's the rule? Net touch on number 24. Net touch on Evanston. Regardless, point to Natrona. 22-21. Anna Fink serving. She will be the setter. Line drive set for DeRue. She fields it. Back set to Kaylee Sharp. Cross quarter falls in. And it's point Evanston 23-21. Natrona County pulled off that one, and it fell at least a foot inbounds in the back corner. Kaylee Sharp, the server. 23-21, Evanston on top. Morin bumps to DeBay, who bumps it over onto Evanston's side. Quick set, missed, and tipped down by Robertson, but I think we got someone caught in the net. No, someone caught in the net for Evanston. Rachel Voss ruled, no. It does go against Grace DeBay. They say she was caught in the net, so it's set point Evanston. It went back and forth a couple of times, finally ruled to point Evanston. Kaylee Sharp serves for the set winner. Fink to the middle. Robertson winds up, goes off the hands of Critchfield. It's a good return by Kaylee. Kaylee Sharp bumps it over. Hildebrand for Natrona. Fink to Morin to keep him in play. Line shot keeps Natrona alive in the set, 24-22. Kalia Jackson-Weinrich to serve for Natrona. Jump serve, just over, well fielded by Burley. Outside to Archuleta, she beats the block. Cross court, picked by Jackson-Weinrich. Tipped by Robertson, shanked, push up DeRue. Archuleta gets it over and keeps it in play. Fink sets to the outside. DeBay on the tip over the block. Kaylee Critchfield, a diving save made and a third punch just over by Archuleta. It shanks off the hands of Sydney Wilson, and Evanston wins the opening set. 25-22, the final on the Impact Physical Therapy board. Teams will switch sides of the court. We'll be back in a couple of minutes on this First Bank presentation of Red Devil Volleyball on KNYN 99.1 FM and online at mylocalradio.com. Evanston takes the first set over Natrona, 25-22.
When it comes to shopping online, you definitely want to put thelumberyard.com on your list of favorites. You'll save time and money by visiting thelumberyard.com first. You'll find a huge selection of inventory to choose from. We've got everything you need for any of your home, yard, or shop projects. Get excellent prices and quick delivery when you shop at thelumberyard.com. We are part of the local community, plus we ship all over the United States. Log on today to see what all the excitement is about.
The best live coverage of local sports, weather, local news, and radio classifieds, plus online streaming music, giveaways, and more. It's all on mylocalradio.com. Watch as your high school teams clash with their biggest rivals. Listen to the latest from your team's coaches. Catch up on local and regional news and stream your favorite music. Visit mylocalradio.com. Like us on Facebook and stream it all live.
If you had a toothache, would you see a foot doctor? Or would you go to the dermatologist to have a baby? Of course not. When your vehicle needs service, take it to the best qualified mechanics. At Auto Farm Castle Rock Chevrolet, our technicians are GM certified service experts. They're trained to know every inch of your vehicle. Don't trust your vehicle to just anyone. Have all your service done at Auto Farm Castle Rock Chevrolet, 624 Front Street, Evanston. We're a different kind of dealer.
Uintah County School District Number 1 has been committed to excellence since its beginning in 1870. This commitment is not only reflected in student education, but in our school buildings and facilities over the years. The staff at Uintah County School District Number 1 works hard to provide clean, comfortable, and safe learning environments for student learning. No matter what department you're working with, at Uintah County School District Number 1, you will always find us striving for the pathway to excellence.
Bring your vehicle for service at Rocky Mountain Yeti and feel the difference. It's easy. Visit with one of the friendly service riders and then relax and enjoy hot waffles and ice cream. While you relax Yeti style, your vehicle will be worked on by our experienced mechanics. From regular maintenance to major repairs, we do it all. Have your service work done at Rocky Mountain Yeti in Evanston and feel the difference. Get Yeti'd today.
Ooh, yeah.
100 Wasatch Road in Evanston.
My name is Dr. Micah Pullins. I'm an orthopedic surgeon at Evanston Regional Hospital. I perform total hip, total knee, and total shoulder replacement. The huge majority of patients of mine that have undergone total joint replacement have been dealing with pain and disability for many years. After joint replacement and recovery, patients are back to doing the activities that they want to do.
Time for set number 2 here at Consolation Round Day 2 of the state playoffs at the 4A level. Evanston on the left side of the net in their navy blue jerseys, white numerals. Natrona in the pumpkin orange and black numeral jerseys on the right side of the net. The opening serve goes to Natrona County in set number 2, and it's Kate Robertson set to send it away. Also out on the court, Sydney Wilson, Parker Morin, Alicia Lane, Grace DeBay, and whoa, we got a brand new player in. I'm guessing to play back line. Number 39, who I don't have. So give me half a second and I'll find out. It's Quincy Morin. She will be a setter in this round, so they switch setters. Quincy Morin, I believe a sophomore. Served by Archuleta, or a setup to Archuleta. It goes for a cross-court kill, and it's 1-0 Red Devils. See if that's a switch for Anna Fink or Tessa Kokenauer, who the new setter is replacing. Kaylee Sharp gets the serve. Up 1-0. Evanston serving left side of the net. Sierra Burley, the libero in this second set. Morin just bumps it over. On to Evanston for a free ball. Robbins to Critchfield, to Archuleta. And Morin can handle it. Back-to-back kills for Aja coming out of the gates. In set number 2, it's 2-0 on the Impact Physical Therapy board. Looking for our first set. And here is Quincy Morin. Outside, and whoa, misses DeBay. Sharp cross. A lot of power on that one. Critchfield to Archuleta. Can she get number 3? Yes! First 3 points goes Aja Hannah Archuleta's way. And the Red Devils are shutting out Natrona County very early. Yesterday there was a near shutout in the quarterfinal round, 1-4. Lyman defeats Torrington 25-1 in set number 2. Evanston probably not en route to doing that, but a good start for them in the second. Morin to the middle, Lane off 3 blockers, dig out by Voss, ruled legal. Push over by Critchfield, but an illegal backline attack. No, instead 4 hits, as it must have deflected off of 2 players on the first touch up. So the first point to Natrona County makes it 3-1 in set number 2. Sydney Wilson is out, Tessa Kokenauer in, so I suppose that would be our answer. Quincy Morin will be setting for Anna Fink. She also is playing in the front line for Fink, whereas number 19, I think I said 39. Alicia Lane, nice middle attack, makes it 3-2 on the Impact Physical Therapy board. Evanston up by 1. So front line, a right side setter position. Tessa Kokenauer back to serve. It's, no, we do have a sub in. And Michael Bodkin, I think, was getting things straight. Anna Fink will play right side as Quincy Morin is to the bench. So they're running a straight 6-2 with hitters and setters completely separated. Archuleta goes back on a set, and it wasn't a good one, but she got a powerful attack, and there was a big wide open middle spot for the Red Devils serving into the Natrona side. So it's a kill and 4-2 Evanston. Sydney Bounds serving for Evanston. Critchfield and Robbins are out. Puts Emily Freeland in. That right side hitter. The lefty bound goes over to Hildebrand. It's shanked. And Evanston with the ace makes it 5-2. Back to Bound for serve number 2. 3-point advantage. Sydney has 2 volleyballs thrown her way. Down to 1 now, and set to serve. Line drive over, DeBay calls off and gets the return up. Kokenauer to Lane, players running into each other, and a little bit of confusion on Natrona's side. Archuleta gets a good hit, but it's partially blocked, deflected, stays on Natrona's side. DeBay, send over, Archuleta for Evanston. Push up by Morin on Natrona's side. Kokenauer set for DeBay, sharp cross as she towed the antenna, went off the hands of Rachel Voss. 5-3 on the Impact Physical Therapy board. Natrona down by 2, has Grace DeBay out of the front line and back serving. She went on a couple mini runs serving in the first set. Gets one over here on to Emily Freeland, who punches it and toes the line to stay over. They say she was legal. Middle set to Alicia Lane. Inbounds and a kill for Natrona County, 5-4. Evanston on top by 1. Natrona serving to the right side of the net. Gracie DeBay with her second. Whistle blown to send it over. DeBay with the jump serve just over the net. Good return by Archuleta. Sydney Bounds sets to the right side. Archuleta runs a slide. Elaine gets a deflection. Stays on Natrona's side. Kokenauer to Morin. Blocked. And Elaine 4 hits. As they say, it wasn't blocked. It was just off the antenna. So Lane's dig was actually hit number 4. 6-4 Evanston. Archuleta serving, puts Lauren Ellingford in at outside hitter. Serve goes into the net. 6-5, Evanston up by 1. Kylie Hildebrandt back in. Alicia Lane is out of the game at middle blocker. That puts Kate Robertson, the 6'2" junior. She's been a third-year starter already for Natrona, in at middle. Deflected shot by Ellingford onto Natrona's side. Fink sets middle, and a flip attempt goes for a lift by Kate Robertson. Evanston back up by 2, 7-5 on the Impact Physical Therapy board. Rachel Voss is out at middle blocker, the senior, Kaylee Sharp. Libero for this set, Sierra Burley serves it long, goes to Morin. Bump set by DeBay, back to Morin. About 12 feet out, she pushes it over the line. Leland with a good return up to bound on the shoot to the outside, but Ellingford can't keep the serve up or the set up and get it over, as it was already in the net by the time she had a chance to swing at it. 7-6 on the Impact Physical Therapy board. Natrona trailing by 1. Quincy Morin, the setter, will move back. She has the serve. Puts Sydney Wilson back in at right side in the front line for Natrona. Back set to Emily Freeland. She winds up, gets stuff blocked by Kate Robertson, and Natrona has tied it up in set number 2, 7-7. Scoreboard brought to you by Impact Physical Therapy and Justin Dennis. Natrona County with Quincy Morin serving from the right side of the net, just over. Leland, high return up, tight on the net, and a quick set to Kaylee Sharp from Sydney Bound is a good assist for the senior setter, and Evanston is back on top and leading. A 1-point advantage for the Red Devils as we have a wholesale substitution of right sides and setters. Bound out, as well as Emily Freeland, replaced at right side by Natalie Robbins, and at setter and serving Kaylee Critchfield. Good serve over and a shanked return by Morin. DeBay bumps it over. On to Leland for Evanston. Critchfield to Ellingford. High and out of bounds, no touch ruled. And it's tied at 8. Kalia Jackson-Weinrich serving for Natrona County. She was moved in midway as a defensive specialist for Parker Morin in the back line. Ace serve nearly. Kate Robertson gets a return over the net and then a return over back to Natrona's side. Back set. Sydney Wilson down on Evanston's side off the hands of Lauren Ellingford. Natrona with their first lead of the set. Jackson-Weinrich to serve. Natrona looking to get to double digits first. Back set on Evanston's side. Ellingford flips it into a mile-wide donut hole at the middle of the court, and it's a kill. Evanston 9, Natrona 9. Alexia Leland out of the game as Ajahana Archuleta is moved back in at outside hitter. Lauren Ellingford back to serve. Will be replaced by Corey DeRue at DS after the serving run. DeBay winds up, deep cross, but a touch called as it goes out of bounds, and Natrona does get to double digits first. 10-9 on the Impact Physical Therapy board. Here comes Corey DeRue. She was wearing the white libero jersey last set into the navy blue DS jersey this set. Sydney Burley with the first touch on the serve receive for Evanston. A middle attack by Robbins goes for a 0. Grace DeBay goes off the arms of Kaylee Critchfield. And a kill for DeBay has Natrona with an 11-9 lead. DeBay getting things working a little bit in set number 2. She's making the best out of some sets. They're not always perfect, but she's a high flyer and a hard hitter at that. Right side attack, and Kaylee Sharp goes off the hands of DeBay for the kill. 11-10 on the Impact Physical Therapy board. That was Sharp's final rotation. She likes to hit from the right side in her final rotation as she goes back to serve. Evanston serving from the left of the net. Jackson-Weinrich falls it all the way back to the back line and makes the return. DeBay at the 10-foot line. Hits high. No touch there, and Evanston has tied it at 11. Attacking air by DeBay. And the serve to Kaylee Sharp for Evanston. 22 points in, 11 for each side. Middle attack, DeBay rolls it past Corey DeRue. Nice placement, good spin on the ball. 12-11 Natrona. Quincy Morin, the setter, on that assist to DeBay. Grace in her final rotation in the front line. And close to out of rotation. No, they did not move too early, so it's legal. Archuleta tries to push it over the block. Picked up by Natrona. Set up by Fink to Alicia Lane. Goes to Burley in the back line and picked up by Evanston. Outside attack, and Archuleta with the kill. Went around the block. The block closed of Fink and Lane, but she went to the right of it. 12-12 on the Impact Physical Therapy board. Sydney Bound back in and serving. That puts Emily Freeland, who's had a good match so far, at right side hitter. Lofts it over, goes to DeBay. She has to make a long run to try and get a hit on it. She went opposite sides of the court and still gets a sharp cross kill. I cannot believe she was in the far corner on the serve receive. She got a little hung up and then wove around players to get all the way across and from the backside to the front to get a sharp cross hit on it and gives Natrona County the lead. 12-13 on the Impact Physical Therapy board. Emily Freeland to tie it. Misses high. She goes low on the ball and extends way long. 14-12 Natrona. Grace DeBay out of the front row. She's back to serve. Lofts it over. Goes to Archuleta. Good return by Aja. Sydney Bound sets up for a slide attack. Archuleta goes over the block. Cross court picked up by Hildebrandt. And Fink misses. Long goes on a sharp cross out of bounds. 14-13 on the Impact Physical Therapy board. Archuleta, the server. Goes to DeBay. On to Natrona's side. Kokenauer, middle set. Alicia Lane, heavy arm, and Alicia Lane terminates. 15-13 on the Impact Physical Therapy board. Archuleta is out, replaced in the back line by DS Alexia Leland. Kylie Hildebrandt, the libero for Natrona, serving from the right side of the net. Received by Leland. Set from the far side to the near side, and Ellingford with a near kill. Morin can keep it in play. If it's in, it just is. Fielded by Burley. Outside and a cross-court shot by Ellingford. Puts it onto Natrona's side. Set over the net by Kokenauer and touched into the net by Evanston. Rachel Voss or Emily Freeland. I think it was Freeland. Got caught in the net. Point goes Natrona away. It was on a free ball, and the arms just kind of came down into the net for Emily Freeland. It's 16-13. Natrona up by 3. And a timeout taken on this First Bank presentation of Red Devil Volleyball on KNYN 99.1 FM and online at mylocalradio.com.
You're in good hands when you choose Dr. Stosage and Dr. Buick at Wyoming Dental Specialties for dental implants and wisdom tooth extractions. They work with passion and focus. They use techniques and technologies that are modern and precise. With 2 decades of experience, their skills are highly specialized. If you need teeth extractions or dental implants placed, come see Dr. Stosage or Dr. Buick at Wyoming Dental Specialties, 50 Park Road, or call us at 307-789-9034.
Evanston took the first set, 25-22 on the Impact Physical Therapy board as we welcome you back to the Casper Event Center. Day 2 consolation action on the 4A court, Evanston versus Natrona. Natrona has themselves a 16-13 lead in the second set and in control of the serve. Kylie Hildebrandt, as Natrona set up to the right side of the net, the libero with the serve. Hildebrandt, a junior libero in the black jersey. Everyone else for Natrona in the bright orange. Serve received by Burley. Set up by Bound, close to the net. Ellingford winds up, has a powerful attack. Hildebrandt weathers the storm. Backline roll shot over by DeBay. Picked up by Freeland on the setup to Ellingford. Goes off the tape. Picked up by Tessa Kokenauer. Backline attack again. Flipped over by DeBay. Sydney Bound with the dig. Tied at the net. Touchdown by Kate Robertson. Evanston picks it up. A behind-the-back set by Ellingford keeps us going. Kokenauer to Fink. Set up right side. And Robertson touches it down and just in. A nice touch play by the junior middle blocker gives Natrona County a 4-point lead in set number 2. Coach Michael Botkin encouraging his team in the sidelines wearing a pastel orange jersey, or pastel orange shirt. It'd be a little silly if he was wearing a jersey. No, the button up. An ace serve off the arms of Alexia Leland makes it 18-13. Serve back to Kylie Hildebrandt. Again to Leland, and this time handled well. Shoot to the outside. Ellingford off the hands of Anna Fink, and a kill for Ellingford. 18-14 on the Impact Physical Therapy board. The Red Devils down by a few. Sierra Burley, the libero, serving for Evanston. Hard punch, back middle. DeBay handles it. Tessa Kokenauer sets up to Robertson. Diving save made by Leland. Keeps it in play. Right side setup. And Emily Freeland is blocked by Kate Robertson. Another former freshman phenom. 19-14 on the Impact Physical Therapy board. Quincy Morin, the server. She will also be the setter for Natrona County with a 5-point advantage. Getting late in the second set. High return by Ellingford. Tight on the net. They miss on the quick, and Robertson touches it down. The timing was off between Bound and Kaylee Sharp, and Kate Robertson at 6'2" takes advantage of that play 100% of the time. 20-14 on the Impact Physical Therapy board. Natrona trying to take the set 2 and even things up. Received by Ellingford on Evanston's side. She gets the opening attack, beats the blockers, finds the back corner on the line shot, 20-15. Lady Red Devils still down by 5. The server is Kaylee Critchfield as we have the right side setter switch out. That puts Natalie Robbins in. Emily Freeland to the bench. Jump serve by Critchfield, handled by DeBay. Set up Morin to the outside, and Sydney Wilson hits the antenna as the set was kind of high and kind of out of the way, and she tried to go at it. Wilson did with her left hand, but she still couldn't avoid hitting the antenna. 4-point disadvantage for the Red Devils. Close to an ace by Critchfield, picked up by Robertson. Bump set over by Morin. Back to Evanston side, quick set to Sharp, but she hits it into the net. 21-16 on the Impact Physical Therapy board. Kalia Jackson-Weinrich, the server for Natrona County. 4 points away from evening this one up at a set apiece. Burley to Critchfield, back sets Ellingford. The block is failing to close, and it's 21-17. I thought we almost had a camera falling over, but it was just a seat cushion. I'm glad it wasn't a phone. I thought we almost had a phone, and I was jumping for it, but it's just a seat cushion. We'll be fine. Sydney Wilson gets blocked by Robbins, sent back to Natrona County side, and then a bad setup by the setter gets it to Grace DeBay, and she hits it into the net. That was just a low set there by, it was Quincy Morin. 21-18 on the Impact Physical Therapy board. Back set to Robertson, push deep corner. Critchfield gets it. Kaylee Sharp bumps it over the net, and Robertson tees off. Good dive made by Critchfield to keep it in play. Archuleta, sharp cross, picked up by DeBay. Morin, bump set to DeBay. She'll just bump it over close to the net. Set by Robbins, roll shot at the middle of the court. Kylie Hildebrand makes a diving save on Natrona's side. DeBay, sharp cross, foot out of bounds, no touch Evanston. Evanston has pulled back within 2 points, 21-19 on the Impact Physical Therapy scoreboard. A timeout taken by Natrona County as they see this lead squandering. We'll be back in 30 seconds on this First Bank presentation of Red Devil Volleyball on KNYN 99.1 FM and online at mylocalradio.com.
Hello all, Dr. Dog here. I want to talk to you about PetMinerals.com. By merging the highest quality veterinary grade ingredients with highly advanced mineral technology, PetMinerals.com produces the most innovative pet supplements on the market. The supplements focus on specific needs like hip and joint, digestive, and overall diet. You and I both know a healthy pet is a happy pet. Show your pets how much you care. Order them supplements today at PetMinerals.com.
Natrona County with the lead in set 2, but it is quickly disappearing as Evanston's trying to roll on back and go up 2-0 here in consolation action at the Casper Event Center, day 2 of the state tournament on the 4A court. Corey DeRue, the DS for Evanston, with the serve. Jackson Weinrich on Natrona's side just barely fields it. Touchdown by Robertson, diving save made by Critchfield. Back to Natrona's side. Morin, back sets to Wilson. It goes to Kate Robertson instead, pushed over on 2 hits by Sharp. Back to Natrona. And it's high to Gracie DeBay. She misses high and out of bounds. No touch all the way around ruling. And it's 21-20 on the Impact Physical Therapy board. Evanston down by 1 point. Serving for the tie. Red Devils on the left side of the net, serving over to the right side, Natrona in this second. Set Morin to DeBay. It's high. It's off the hands of Sharp. Archuleta keeps it in play. Sharp sets it over the net. Bump over the net, joust down, and Archuleta touches it. Down to the ground on Natrona's side. Evanston has climbed back from down 5, and they're on a 5-0 run. Corey DeRue serving for the lead. Fink to the middle. Robertson gets blocked. Diving save made by DeRue, or by DeBay rather. Blocked down, but down on Evanston's side. A kill by Kalia Jackson-Weinrich gives Natrona County a lead. 22-21. Kylie Hildebrand is out as Kate Robertson is back to serve for Natrona County. That also puts Grace DeBay back into the front row. Actually, she's been there. That's her second rotation in the front line. Shoot to the outside, and Archuleta, sharp cross. DeBay does the splits, but she can't get a hand on it. It's 22-22. Kaylee Sharp serving. Just over. Returned by Hildebrandt. Set up right side. Wilson swings on it. It's blocked. And Alicia Lane sends it down on the free ball. Just in front of Corey DeRue. Natrona County 23. Evanston 22. Serve to Tessa Kokenauer, who just checks in. She will be the setter. End over end serve to DeRue. Critchfield, serve over, and a shot by Archuleta just gets over the back line. Falls inbounds. Kokenauer diving to try and make a play, but cannot. 23-23. I think we have Corey DeRue playing front row. No, that can't be right. No, she's not. I think the coaches were talking about they need to get a sub down as Grace DeBay makes a kill. High flying from the outside, puts Natrona County at 24-23. The coaches were talking something about Corey DeRue, and I heard front row. They need a substitution. No, they're all fine. Corey DeRue is in her final rotation. I think they were just trying to make sure that didn't happen. DeRue at 4'10", probably don't want to play her in the front line. Emily Freeland misses on a setup on the serve receives, puts it into the net, and second set goes Natrona County's way by the narrowest of margins, 25-23, the final on the Impact Physical Therapy board. Set 3 coming up in a couple of minutes. We'll be there to bring it from you here live at the Casper Event Center on this First Bank presentation of Red Devil Volleyball on KNYN 99.1 FM and online at mylocalradio.com.
The Lumberyard in Evanston, Wyoming is your local IFA dealer. The Lumberyard has tons of animal feed lines and accessories to help with your farm and ranch. Since 1923, IFA has worked to manufacture and distribute the highest quality products to the agricultural community. The Lumberyard has partnered with IFA to develop product lines based on customer need. We won't sell you something that doesn't make you successful. Visit us online or at the Lumberyard today, your local IFA dealer, 400 Front Street in Evanston.
As one of the region's most visited websites, mylocalradio.com is here to serve you. Catch up on local and regional news and information. Buy, sell, or trade your good used items on the radio classifieds. Stream your favorite music all day, every day, or catch our live coverage of your high school teams in action, all on mylocalradio.com. Like us on Facebook so you never miss a giveaway, and visit mylocalradio.com today to stream it all live. Serving Wyoming since 1941, Plains Tire is Wyoming's oldest and largest tire dealer with great locations throughout the state. They'll get you the right tires that offer the best results for your vehicle at the lowest prices, guaranteed. Plus, you can go to any Plains Tire Pro dealer with their nationwide warranty service. And check out their Plains Tire phone app.
Come down and see us at Plains Tires on 157 Bear River Drive for all your automotive needs. Hablamos también español.
Have you been saying no to wearing your jewelry because of a missing stone, a broken chain, or a ring that's just too small? Or are you interested in redesigning your ring altogether? Jeff at Seavers Jewelers can repair or create almost all jewelry at extremely competitive prices. Jewelry is supposed to be worn. Bring it to Seavers Jewelers today for a free cleaning and any repairs it might need. Say yes to wearing your jewelry. Say it with Seavers. Seavers Jewelers on Main Street in downtown Evanston.
Set number 3 coming your way, Natrona County versus Evanston in consolation at the 4A state playoffs at the Casper Event Center. Opening serve to Kaylee Critchfield. Evanston on the right side of the net, and an ace serve for Critchfield. Evanston with the opening point for a third consecutive set. The set count is tied 1-1. Critchfield another hard set, goes off Morin. Bump by Hildebrand and a behind-the-back bump over to Evanston's side from Kate Robertson. Middle set, Kaylee Critchfield can't hit Kaylee Sharp on the hands, just a little bit missing on the timing one way or another. Goes into the net, it's 1-1. Still waiting to see the setting situation. As of now, Anna Fink is setting in set number 3 for Natrona County. She was pulled as a setter for Quincy Morin last set. Kaylee Sharp, cross quarter. Morin makes a save on it. Third is over by DeBay and in. Ellingford with the return. Back set to Robbins. She pulls back on it. Cross quarter fielded good by Robertson. Back set to Wilson. She winds up and goes off the hands of Kaylee Sharp. Natrona County leading at 2-1 on the Impact Physical Therapy scoreboard. Robertson, second serve. Just over, goes to Archuleta. Critchfield back set, right side to Lauren Ellingford, and she misses. Can't get it over the net, 3-1 Natrona. Evanston looking a little bit rattled in set number 3. Maybe still thinking about what they got, what they just missed out on in set number 2. They were down 5 and then tied it at 21, eventually lost 25-23. To Kaylee Sharp, a line shot picked up by Robertson at 6'2". She plays the back line exceptionally well. Corey DeRue with the return for Evanston. Quick set again to Sharp, and this time it works. Goes off the freshman Alicia Lane's hands. 3-2 on the Impact Physical Therapy board. Serve to Evanston. Lauren Ellingford with it, setting up right side of the net and left of center in the back. Goes back to Morin on the first touch. Fink sets to the outside. DeBay skies up, goes high off the hands of Robertson, of Natalie Robbins. That should be 4 hits. No, I guess not. The block didn't count as 1. Right side, Sydney Wilson attacks, but Fink called for a double hit on the setup. Ties it at 3-all. So the double hit by the Natrona setter gives Evanston the point and the serve back. Morin receives to the middle on the attack. Alicia Lane is blocked. She returns it high and behind her back. Bump set from Hildebrand to Lane. Sets it over the net to the back middle. Archuleta gets the first touch. Robbins on the attack. Sharp cross into the donut hole. Fink keeps it alive. DeBay with a hard shot on it. Cross quarter picked up by Archuleta. Aja gets the return over. Sets it with 2 hands. Fink to outside. Grace DeBay. Power attack off the arms of Grace DeBay. And it's a kill. Do we have an update on Natrona County Glenrock? Yeah. What is it again? Thank you. I said Glenrock, Natrona County. Glenrock Mountain View 21-14. Glenrock leading in the third quarter. Thank you to Kevin Coyle, not getting it off Wild Preps, getting it from the guy who runs Wild Preps right down in front of me. 4-3, Evanston down to Natrona County. Morin, actually Kokenauer rather, setting to the middle. Lane with the 0 attack. Evanston's Archuleta gets it over. Kokenauer tries it again, this time to DeBay. Bounces off the hands of Natalie Robbins, and it's 5-3 on the Impact Physical Therapy board. Natrona County adjusted its rotation, or Evanston did. Either way, they're playing a chess match, and at the moment, Evanston has a disadvantage on the block hitter position of Grace DeBay. Again, not bringing you Mountain View Glenrock in the semifinals in 2A football. Glenrock currently beating Mountain View in Uinta County 21-14 in the third quarter. A block by Alicia Lane gives Natrona County a 3-point lead early in set number 3, 6-3 on the Impact Physical Therapy board. Tessa Kokenauer back to serve for Natrona. Out of bounds. 6-4 on the Impact Physical Therapy board. Serve goes to Evanston. Kaylee Sharp will be sending it over for the Red Devils. The Red Devils wearing almost no red, just some light trim on the outside of their white numerals on the navy blue jersey and pants. Ace serve by Critchfield off the hands of Parker Morin. Went flying into the 3A court, but that doesn't hurt anyone right now because there's a break with these consolation matches. Match number 2 done. There's no championship match or semifinal match for a little bit. The 3A court currently empty. Outside set to DeBay, and a bump up by Robbins is not a good one. And it's 7-5 Natrona. Serve to DeBay. Natrona County serving left side over to the right side of the net. Archuleta first touch up. High set by Robbins to Archuleta at the middle. Deflected by Lane. Stays on Natrona's side. Outside, Morin winds up and hits it right into the net. 7-6. Evanston within 1 point. Sydney Bound serving for the Red Devils. She's also the setter. Puts Emily Freeland up in at right side. Hildebrandt with a bad return, set over the net by Lane. On to Evanston side. Bump set by Freeland to Archuleta. Goes through 2 blockers and past Kokenauer. Evanston has tied it at 7 points apiece in set number 3. Set count 1 apiece for Natrona County and Evanston. Second serve for Sydney Bound. Takes 3 slaps at it, puts it up in the air, and bounces it just over the net for an ace. 8-7 Evanston. Bound with a third serve. Over to DeBay. Shanked a bit to the right. Fink to DeBay, who sets it over the net. On to Evanston side. Sydney Bound takes her time. Sets for Archuleta. Deflected off the hands of Anna Fink. And a diving Kokenauer cannot get to the donut hole in time. Evanston leads at 9-7 on the Impact Physical Therapy board. Bound continues to serve for the Red Devils. End over end to Hildebrandt. Kokenauer to the middle. Fink. Alicia Lane on that hit. Back to Natrona side and back to Lane. She's blocked again by Emily Freeland, and it's 10-7 Red Devils. Emily Freeland having a great blocking set, and overall she's had a good blocking match. Just a freshman in the Red Devils program. Serve over to Hildebrandt. Kokenauer outside to Parker Morin, goes cross court, picked up by Archuleta, bump set, Sydney Bound back to Aja. Aja goes long and out of bounds, no touch, point back Natrona's way. That gets them out of a unfavorable rotation, at least for now, and gets Kate Robertson in as a powerful attacker up into the front line. More importantly, a veteran presence at the varsity level up into the front row. Bump over by Freeland. Hildebrandt to Kokenauer. They set middle. Robertson gets blocked. DeBay handles it. Back to Morin. Touch over the block. Sydney Bound dives and makes the save. Bump over by DeRue. Legal backline attack. Back to Natrona. Outside to Robertson. Pushed up by Archuleta. Freeland with the second touch. Bumped by Voss. On to Natrona. Tight on the net. Kokenauer. Quick set. Blocked again by Robertson. And Robertson was caught in the net. Point Natrona County. No, point Evanston, excuse me. And it's 11-8 Red Devils. Archuleta serving. Set by Robertson, over to Evanston. Sydney Bound, quick set by Voss. Handled in the back line by the only person back there, the libero Hildebrandt. Morin rolls back, gets it over to Evanston side. Attack, Ellingford down the line. Attack right off the body of Tessa Kokenauer in the back line. 12-8, Natrona falling behind. Serve over by Archuleta. Hildebrandt to Kokenauer, trying to get a kill for Robertson. She missed out of bounds again. She's been blocked a few times, goes out of bounds there, and a timeout needed by Coach Botkin, trying to get his Phillies back in order. 13-8 on the Impact Physical Therapy board when we return in set number 3. Tied 1 apiece, but Evanston up by 5.
Early Oregon-bound immigrants traveled through the Bear Lake Valley. U.S. Highway 30 basically follows the Oregon Trail. Many wagon trains stopped at Thomas L. Pegleg Smith Trading Post, located near Dingle, Idaho, for supplies. One traveler wrote of camping along Cotton Line Bear River, watching grass as tall as a man wave in the wind. Today, you don't have to ride in a wagon to visit Bear Lake Valley, but the rich history is still here to enjoy. Visit bearlake.org for more information.
13-8 on the Impact Physical Therapy scoreboard. Its set count is 1-1. And there will be, this is set number 3. Video. They're setting us up, telling us no streaming today, and no video streaming today. NFHS owns the rights, so you have to pay $8 to get no audio, no scoreboard, no nothing. Nice job, WHSAA. We're back here, 13-8, set number 3. Natrona County on the left side of the net, and Parker Morin with another attacking error makes it 14-8. Evanston, the beneficiary of some poor attacking right now by Natrona County. Archuleta continuing to serve. Lofts it over, goes to Hildebrandt. Bump set by Kokenauer. Back line, Fink rolls it out of bounds. 15-8 on the Impact Physical Therapy board. Archuleta, bump up, Hildebrand to Robertson, rolls it over the line. Set up by Bound. It's a poor set, and it goes outside of the antenna. A point back to Natrona County. In need of a run, they get Sydney Wilson back into the front row. Tessa Kokenauer out. Anna Fink back to set and serve here. And Grace DeBay still one rotation, I believe, outside of the front line. A serving error will not help matters as Fink puts it into the net at 16-9 on the Impact Physical Therapy board. Corey DeRue serving over. Fink bump sets to the back line. DeBay attacks, and off the arm of Corey DeRue, it's down. That puts Grace DeBay back into the front line. They're down 16-10. Kalia Jackson Weinrich serving. Parker Morin out. And just over. Corey DeRue makes the save on the serve receive. Leland to Ellingford. Set up by Fink to the middle. Robertson winds up. Sent down. Robertson touches it down again on the 50-50 ball sent over by Evanston. It falls down on Evanston's side, 16-11. Jackson Weinrich serving, but not before a timeout taken by Evanston. She was just about to serve. We'll be back in 30 seconds. This is a First Bank presentation of Red Devil Volleyball on KNYN 99.1 FM and online at mylocalradio.com.
For over 10 years, the professional and friendly staff at Mountain West Business Solutions has been serving customers in Wyoming and Utah. Our professional technicians live and work in communities across both states. This way, we are able to provide quick, quality service to all of our customers. We serve businesses in all sizes, and we also provide service and supplies for HP printers. Please call us today and let's see how we can help with all your printing and copying needs. Mountain West Business Solutions, a local company with a toll-free number, 866-583-9925.
Both teams still in the timeout huddles. It's 16-11 on the Impact Physical Therapy scoreboard in set number 3. Evanston and Natrona County tied at 1 apiece. Evanston with the advantage. They will be in the serve receive. Kalia Jackson Weinrich serving for Natrona County. She has a little loft jump serve. Not too much power to it, just over and in. And she floats it over again. Backline, high return by Leland, close to the net. Returned over on the second by Bound, onto Natrona's side. Fink outside. Big swing by DeBay down the line for the kill. 16-12 on the Impact Physical Therapy board. If Natrona County can weather the opening attack by Evanston, then they are in great position right now with Gracie DeBay in the front line for 3 rotations. Jackson Weinrich serves over, near ace, returned over the net. DeBay sets to Fink, who sets to the middle, beats the block. DeBay makes a good backline, Bound rather, makes a nice backline defense. Back on Evanston, or to Natrona's side. DeBay winds up, but hits into the net. Set came a little bit too quick for her. 17-12 on the Impact Physical Therapy board. Critchfield serves over. Fink, right side attack to Sydney Wilson. Fielded by Evanston. Back on Natrona's side. Fink to the outside. DeBay has to roll it over the block. Pushes it off the hands of Natalie Robbins. The set was coming in too quick and too low for a big attack. So DeBay found another option. It's 17-13 on the Impact Physical Therapy board. Evanston leading Natrona as Kate Robertson serves for the Phillies. Bump by Sharp. Natalie Robbins attacks over the block. DeBay sets up. Fink to the middle. Alicia Lane down on the block off Robbins. She digs it out of the net, avoids getting caught in it. Push over, donut hole, and Ellingford with the kill. 18-13 on the Impact Physical Therapy scoreboard. Evanston up by 5. Sierra Burley to DeBay, but it's called off. I think there's a ball on the court as the 3A teams are warming up. Douglas versus Lyman in the semifinal match at 3A. Burley, let's serve over. Diving save made by Lane. Keeps it in play. Jackson Weinrich sends it out of bounds. Probably wanted to go for a bump there. Instead, she slapped it flat-footed to make it a legal backline attack, and it went long and out of bounds. 19-13 on the Impact Physical Therapy board. Burley serves again. Fink sets up to DeBay. She goes off the block. DeRue holds on to it. Gets a first return up. Critchfield to Archuleta. Good cross quarter. Returned over the net by Hildebrand and out of bounds on the Evanston side. It's Point Evanston. Coach Botkin down to his final marbles in this third set. It's 20-13 on the Impact Physical Therapy board. This is a First Bank presentation of Red Devil Volleyball on KNYN 99.1 FM and online at mylocalradio.com.
Receive the best service in the industry when you lease or purchase office equipment from the professional, friendly staff at Mountain West Business Solutions. With a guaranteed quick turnaround time, we will save you money, time, and energy with quality products and customer service that is unmatched in the industry. Serving customers in Wyoming and Utah, Mountain West Business Solutions is a local company with a toll-free number, 866-583-9925. Call us today.
20-13 on the Impact Physical Therapy scoreboard. Natrona County trailing Evanston by 7. Natrona County in the serve receive. Evanston serving with Sierra Burley. Goes over and Weinrich can't handle it as DeBay was called off by her. 21-13 on the ace. DeBay with the return. Sydney Wilson to Lane. Pushes it deep, out of bounds, 22-13 Evanston. Burley serving. Goes to Hildebrand. Lane high up, DeBay returned and over the net, and it was out of bounds. But Natrona server received it. Back on the Evanston side, quick set to Kaylee Sharp in front of Lane, or Fink, 23-13. Kalia Jackson Weinrich made a diving save on a ball that was out of bounds. And it's a 10-point advantage for Evanston. Fink to the middle. Alicia Lane is blocked, punches it back over. Archuleta is there. And players run into each other. It's a slide attack for Robbins. Blocked by Lane, back to Archuleta. She pushes it over the block. Fink to Lane, and they missed on the quick set. 24-13. Evanston at set point. Sydney Burley goes long and out of bounds on set point number 1, 24-14. Tessa Kokenauer serving. Goes over, Archuleta to Critchfield. Back to Aja. Tipped off the block, DeBay slides and makes the save. Backline bump over by Hildebrand. Robbins runs into Burley, quick set to Sharp. Bounced off the tape. Jackson Weinrich with the first touch. Kokenauer outside to DeBay. Off the block and down on Evanston's side. 24-15. Kill for Grace DeBay. Tessa Kokenauer serving. Still set point. Archuleta gets a bump set to Critchfield. She pushes it over. Kokenauer to the middle. Lane winds up and it's returned over by Evanston. Back to Natrona's side. Kokenauer to DeBay. Down on the line and inbounds. 24-16. Tessa Kokenauer lofts it over. Archuleta, back set Critchfield to Sharp. She sends it out. Waiting to see all the way around. No touch, says the far line official, shaking her head. 24-17. Natrona trying to hang on. Tessa Kokenauer serving. Nearly an ace. Bumped up by Critchfield. Archuleta rolls it over. Kokenauer sets to Lane. Picked up on Evanston's side. It's Archuleta. Rolls it over the block. Blocked by Lane, though. She had it over the block, and then a second effort by Lane got it back over on Evanston's side. 24-18. Critchfield on the setup to Archuleta, trying to end it. It's out of bounds. There was a swing attempt by Hildebrand, but her arm missed it. So it goes out of bounds, no touch, 24-19 on the Impact Physical Therapy board. Natrona still serving. Tessa Kokenauer over to Archuleta. Critchfield tried to the middle. Natalie Robbins pushes it into the net and gets called for a lift. 24-20. Timeout taken by Evanston. We'll be back in 30 seconds on this First Bank presentation of Red Devil Volleyball on KNYN 99.1 FM and online at mylocalradio.com.
1 in 5 Americans suffer from allergies found in indoor air, which can be up to 5 times more polluted than outdoor air. 307 service experts can clean the ductwork in your home and improve your indoor air quality. On average, over 15,000 house fires annually cause 300 injuries and 30 deaths, started because of clogged dryer vents. 307 service experts can clean your ductwork, making it safer. Whatever you need, whenever you need it. 307 service experts, just one call to fix it all. 307-789-6716.
Still at set point in number 3. We were at set point when Evanston led 24-13. We're at set point when Evanston leads 24-20. Tessa Kokenauer on a serving run out of the timeout break. She sends it over once again. Corey DeRue to Critchfield, back set. Sharp has no blockers on her. Jackson Weinrich returns it out of bounds, and that is the set. Evanston wins 25-20 in the third. We head to the fourth. Evanston up 2-1 on the Impact Physical Therapy board. This is a First Bank presentation of Red Devil Volleyball on KNYN 99.1 FM and online at mylocalradio.com.
My name is Dr. Micah Pullins. I'm an orthopedic surgeon at Evanston Regional Hospital. Orthopedic surgery is the practice of medicine centered around bones and joints. It's all about movement and activity and getting that to be less painful. Watching a patient with a specific problem, whether that's pain or decreased range of motion, and being able to treat them, by far the best part of my job.
For generations, gun ownership has been an important part of our heritage. At the Gun Room in Evanston, you'll find a large selection of quality firearms. Everything from personal protection handguns to hunting rifles and shotguns, with a wide selection of hunting gear, ammo, optics, and apparel. 789-2677.
Does your time at the dental office feel like this? Or like this? At Bear River Dental, we do everything we can to help your time at the dental office feel more like this. Call Bear River Dental today at 307-789-5608 to have a dental experience like this. That's Bear River Dental at 307-789-5608. We'll treat you well.
Light up your world with a custom-built LED sign from Rocky Mountain Sign in Evanston. It's a proven fact that signage that lights up creates more attention. So light it up and then add text, images, and video, and your sign becomes even more powerful. Start sharing your advertising messages and information with your customers today. The team at Rocky Mountain Sign provides all types of quality signage that is custom-built and maintained. Call today for a free quote. Rocky Mountain Sign, 307-789-5202. Rocky Mountain Sign, serving customers in Wyoming, Utah, and Idaho.
If you haven't seen the huge selection of furniture and appliances at Kazine's, you've got to stop by. Is your mattress old and lumpy? We sell mattresses. Has your dishwasher quit doing its job? We carry a full line of kitchen appliances. Does your living room furniture look like it started out in your great Aunt Vi's house? We've got you covered. At Kazine's, you'll find great prices and everything you need to furnish your home inside and out. Stop in today. Kazine's, 800 Front Street, Evanston.
Evanston leads 2-1 in consolation day 2 of the 4A state playoffs at the Casper Event Center, where we welcome you back to the 4A court right now. Evanston setting up on the left side of the net for the fourth set in the navy blue jerseys. Natrona with the opening serve, Kate Robertson in the orange jerseys. Quick to the middle, Kaylee Sharp touches it down for the first point. 1-0 on the Impact Physical Therapy board. Evanston has taken all 4 opening points. Lauren Ellingford, the opening server. Hildebrandt, jump to Fink, outside to Bay. Cross back middle court, 1-1. went right through a big seam in the block. Didn't have time to close. Tessa Kokenauer is serving. Goes over, back middle. Burley, touched over by Kaylee Critchfield, and a illegal backline attack as it was not a kill on the dump. It's 2-1, Natrona County. Kokenauer serving for Natrona. 3A semifinal action coming your way in just a little bit on mylocalradio.com. Still waiting for any more updates on the Mountain View Glenrock game. Set up to the middle. Lane has to roll back on it. Gets it over the net, back to Evanston side. Outside, Archuleta gets hit by the ball as the ball hit the antenna. 3-1 Natrona. Kokenauer was leading the charge on the serving run at set point and leads the charge here early on in set number 4. A block by Gracie DeBay against Kaylee Sharp. 4-1 Natrona. DeBay at about 5'7", blocking probably 5'11", Kaylee Sharp. Kokenauer over to DeRue. Awkward return, but it's a good one. Natalie Robbins gets a kill at the middle position off the hands of Alicia Lane. Second point of the set for Evanston. Kaylee Sharp serves it. Returned by DeBay. She wants the attack from the outside and gets it for a second time. Gracie DeBay gets an awkward return, but it's because she's going from the far corner all the way to the very opposite side to get an outside attack. She covers so much space in that final rotation, and she's done it again. 5-2 on the Impact Physical Therapy board as DeBay serves. Critchfield back set to Robbins, and she's blocked by the net. 6-2 Natrona. DeBay serving. Just over, goes to Archuleta, no second touch. It runs into the stanchion. 7-2 on the ace by Gracie. Timeout taken by the Red Devils. We'll be back in 30 seconds. This is a First Bank presentation of Red Devil Volleyball on KNYN 99.1 FM and online at mylocalradio.com.
Sometimes when you're shopping for a vehicle, you're not sure what you want, so you drop by and look at all the options. Other times you know exactly what you want. At Auto Farm Castle Rock Chevrolet, you can call us or schedule a test drive online. We'll have it ready when you get here. We're here to help you get exactly what you want on your schedule. So whether you want to browse or pre-schedule a test drive, Auto Farm Castle Rock Chevrolet is here for you. 624 Front Street, Evanston. We're a different kind of dealer.
A great start in set number 4 by Natrona County has them up 5 on the Impact Physical Therapy scoreboard as we welcome you back to the Casper Event Center. The Lady Red Devils of Evanston take over on the left side of the net in the serve-receive. Grace DeBay with the send over. Waiting for the opening whistle. Here it is. And DeBay makes her approach. Lofts it over to DeRue. Calls off Burley. Critchfield to the outside. Archuleta is blocked by Lane. Corey DeRue in the backline defense. Push over by Robbins. Deep corner. Saved by DeBay. Set up Kokenauer. 2 more and at the 10-foot line. Cross quarter picked up by Archuleta. Archuleta with the return attack. Cross quarter over the head of Morin. Down for the point on the receiving error by Parker Morin. Makes it 7-3. And here she comes, the freshman Emily Freeland, who turned things around in the third set with her blocking. That really changed the pace as Evanston got off to a poor start after getting the opening point, and Freeland really turned everything around. She's getting a block immediately. No, this one is by Archuleta against Lane, just over the net. Rachel Voss returns. Outside set up from bound to Archuleta again after Morin, and the Red Devils on the attack are targeting Parker Morin, and they may need to get her out. Again, the difference is they don't have another outside option. They're attacking her on sharp crosses. Sydney Bound lofts it over, goes to Hildebrandt. Set up by Kokenauer, back set, Alicia Lane. Down the line, deflected by Archuleta. Sydney Bound with the setup. Goes back to Aja, 2 blockers on her. Blocked by Fink, pushed back over by Archuleta. Fink will set, goes to the middle. Alicia Lane out of bounds, And no touch. Point Evanston, 7-5. This has been a bugaboo rotation for Natrona County. They got caught in it last set. And a service error by Sydney Bound will take them out. But they give up 3 straight points in it. And a 7-2 game becomes an 8-5, much more manageable contest for the Red Devils in set 4. Kylie Hildebrandt over to Archuleta. Sydney Bound sets up outside. Freeland with a big swing, blocked by Fink. Corey DeRue gets the return. Archuleta pushes deep corner. DeBay with the setup. Goes to Morin on the cross quarter off the arms of Archuleta. 9-5 Natrona. Kylie Hildebrandt serving. Goes to Aja on the first touch. Back set from Bound to Arjahana. Goes to the left of the slide attack. Goes to the left of the block on Robertson for the kill. 9-6. Evanston trailing by 3 points. Courts on the semifinal matchups warming up on 1A, 2A, and 3A. 4A, the only consolation match still going on. Cross-court attack from the middle. Robertson opens up with a full swing and gets a kill. Natrona County first to double digits. Last time they did that, they ended up winning the set. Serve over, goes to Sydney Bound on the setup. To Ellingford. She goes down on the arms of Sydney Wilson for the point. 10-7. Whoever's got to 10 points first has won the set in the first 3. Evanston trails by 3, 10-7 to Natrona County. Looking to buck that trend, Sierra Burley serves over. Fink to the middle. Kate Robertson goes off the hands of Freeland. She gets 1 touch on it, and then the second is called for a lift. 11-7 on the Impact Physical Therapy board. Serve back to Kalia Jackson-Weinrich. Good run, goes to Leland. And Sydney Bound not just goes over the net, she goes under the net and onto Natrona County's side. Point for Natrona County, 12-7. Phillies leading Evanston. Kalia Jackson-Weinrich just over the line. On the setup, goes to Ellingford for the Red Devils. She's blocked by Robertson. Point Natrona. 13-7 on the Impact Physical Therapy board. The Red Devils trail by 6. We'll have a decisive set to 15 if Natrona holds on here in set 4. Return by Leland, bumped up by Burley. 3 bumps and over, onto Natrona's side. Fink has options, and she chooses Gracie DeBay. Blocked partially, but no one there in the backline defense. And it's point Natrona County, 14-7. Evanston's already called 1 timeout, probably biding their time on a second. Coach Lawler's working on rotation wheels, trying to figure it out to get DeBay and Freeland going together if there is a set number 5, I would imagine. She wants that matchup. Dump set over by Bound. She likes the chances of Emily Freeland blocking against DeBay over anyone else. DeBay sends it out of bounds just beyond the back line from a 10-foot line attack. Gives Evanston a point back. It's 14-8 on the Impact Physical Therapy board. Kaylee Critchfield serving. Goes over to Hildebrandt. Set up by Fink to the middle. Kate Robertson. Good attack at the middle. Natalie Robbins pushes it into the net. 15-8. Natrona with the lead. Kate Robertson serving. Puts the freshman Alicia Lane middle blocker back in for the Phillies. Dying serve picked up by Burley. On Evanston's side, it's a deep corner push that stays in bounds for Kaylee Sharp. Natrona opted to take their chances on that one and see if it stayed in or out. It was in by a few inches on both the left side line and the back line. In the corner, Corey DeRue serving. 6-point differential on the scoreboard. Natrona County down in the set count, but up in the set. Alicia Lane at the middle, double blockers. Diving save made by Critchfield, sent over the net. Fink to the outside, way left of the antenna, and Gracie DeBay has to try to go with that. She cannot, it's out of bounds. 15-10 on the Impact Physical Therapy board. Punch over, goes to Kalia Jackson-Weinrich for Natrona. Fink to DeBay, this one a little better, but her and Lane run into each other and it's out of bounds. Lack of communication there. And I think the freshman got in the way, but it was in between the outside and the middle positions. 4-point differential. DeRue, a near ace. Kalia Jackson-Weinrich with the save. Middle quick, partially deflected, stays on Evanston's side, and a push by Archuleta into the donut hole. DeBay covers. Backside attack, and Sydney Wilson, off a couple of defenders. 3 bumps and over for the Red Devils. DeBay wants the attack after getting the return. She winds up and goes down, but it's up and a third. If it gets over, it does. A diving one-handed save by Corey DeRue. Middle attack by Alicia Lane, and a run by Critchfield. Can't quite get to it, but what a play. A defensive play of the game, and the Dr. McKay Franken precision play of the game for Corey DeRue. Diving with one arm as she fell down to the ground and sent it over the net. And that was the third. It had to do just that. 16 to 11 on the Impact Physical Therapy board. Kokenauer to DeBay. Down on Evanston's side for a kill. 17 to 11 on the Impact Physical Therapy board. Dr. McKay Franken bringing you precision plays of the game all year long. A timeout taken by Evanston. That's their second. Corey DeRue doesn't get the point on the play, but what a saver. And it shows some fight Evanston has trying to avoid a 5th set. We'll be back in 30 seconds on this First Bank presentation of Red Devil Volleyball on KNY and 99.1 FM and online at mylocalradio.com.
For over 10 years, the professional
Landmark Plumbing and Heating. When you need them, they'll be there. Specializing in plumbing, air conditioning repairs, furnace installation and repairs, water heaters, HVAC system installation and maintenance. What's in your ductwork? Landmark Plumbing and Heating. And do your excavation work for septic systems and sewer cleaning. 307-789-8793. You'll find them in Evanston. Landmark Plumbing and Heating. When you need us, we'll be there.
17 to 11 on the Impact Physical Therapy scoreboard. Natrona County leading in the 4th set. We welcome you back to the Casper Event Center Court 4A. Final consolation matchup happening between Natrona County and Evanston. Serve receive for the Red Devils. Outside, Archuleta pushes it over the block. DeBay with a return over the net and a kill. How does that happen? DeBay does a scorpion kick as she falls down to the ground, fists it over the net, and then puts it into Evanston's donut hole. 18 to 11 in the Impact Physical Therapy board. Kokenauer serves deep, pushed up by Archuleta. She gets the first attack. Slap shots it over, but out of bounds. 19 to 11. Natrona starting to run away with it. Kokenauer serving. Maybe long, no, stays inbounds. Burley with the touch up. Bump set from Critchfield to Archuleta. Out of bounds again, this time on a cross-court attempt. It's 20 to 11, and Natrona has everything working for him. Looking ever more like we're going to 15 in set number 5. Kokenauer goes back to Burley. She's had good returns. Outside to no right side, and wow, a block, number 2 for Gracie DeBay off of Kaylee Sharp, attacking from the right side. Second stuff block for Grace DeBay against Sharp of the set. 21 to 11, a 10-point advantage. That serve is long. Kokenauer's been toying with the serve for a while on that back line and finally pushes it too far. Inverse scores in set number 4. Evanston trailing Natrona County 21 to 12. DeBay wanted an attack. As a result, nobody was there for a middle second bump. And just miscommunication. DeBay was getting set for that runaround. She's in her final rotation in the front row, I believe. Yes, she is. And she wants that outside attack after the return. This time they'll opt for an outside, but it's Fink. Deflected at the net. Play whistle dead, ball on the court, a replay coming up. 21 to 13 on the Impact Physical Therapy board. Kaylee Sharp serving. Line drive goes to Hildebrand on Natrona's side. Set to the middle, Grace DeBay out of bounds. Natrona having a little bit of trouble closing like Evanston did last set. They're not at set point yet. Evanston can still climb back. It's going to take a good run, but we've seen it before. Hildebrandt with the first return for Natrona. Bump set from Kokenauer to Fink, cross quarter, inbounds. One hops off the line judge. 22-14, Natrona on top, trying to force a fifth set and at least one more set in their season. Winner plays at 9 a.m. tomorrow against either Kelly Walsh or Thunder Basin. Loft over for Grace DeBay, near ace. Critchfield avoids that. Right side attack by Voss goes out of bounds. No touch ruled all the way around, 23-14. DeBay serving 2 away from a set 4 clincher. To Critchfield, fakes the quick, goes for the dump. Outside attack, DeBay from the back line. Good, and it's set point, Kelly Walsh. 24-14, DeBay with the kill from the back row, now serving for the win. DeRue to Critchfield, back set Robbins, just gets it over. First touch to Kokenauer, Fink sets to the middle. Alicia Lane down the line, picked up by Burley. Evanston's attack is Archuleta, returned over the net by Kokenauer. She's stumbling around trying to get her feet back. Outside, no right side, Natalie Robbins sends it long, and we're sending ourselves to set number 5. 25-14, Evanston loses, and Natrona ties it up. One of these teams has just one more set to play in their season. Some of these players one set to play in their career. We'll find out who it is next on this First Bank presentation of Red Devil Volleyball on KNYN 99.1 FM and online at mylocalradio.com.
If you're a person who enjoys comfort, affordability, and history, make sure you stay at the Best Western Dunmar Inn the next time you're in Evanston, Wyoming. In 1957, retired FBI agent Jack Dub Mills purchased the 17-unit motel referred to as the Oasis of the West that was frequented by stars like Dolly Parton and Tanya Tucker. Today, when you stay at the Best Western Dunmar Inn, you'll enjoy the history while you relax in one of the 165 ground-level rooms on 10 beautiful acres. Best Western Dunmar Inn. Reserve your rooms today, 307-789-3770.
You're invited to browse through the store at Kazine's Ace Hardware in Evanston. You'll find vacuums and cleaning supplies, everything you need for your next painting project. A full line of electrical products, bolts, screws, hand tools, power tools, bathroom fixtures, and plumbing supplies. Plus everything else you need to take care of your lawn and garden, from lawnmowers to fertilizer. Once you finish all your projects, you can sit down on the comfortable patio furniture and barbecue on your new Weber or Traeger grill that you could also find at Kazine's Ace Hardware. Ace is the place with the helpful hardware folks. Kazine's Ace Hardware on Front Street in Evanston.
It's important to feel like you belong. At Trona Valley Federal Credit Union, we understand the value of connection. When you become a member, you join our family. You become an owner of a not-for-profit financial organization, and your success becomes our success. We give back to our members by offering lower loan rates, fewer fees, higher yields, and more products and services. Become a member of Trona Valley Federal Credit Union today, and let's work together to reach your financial goals. We're a caring partner here for you. Member NCUA.
You're in good hands when you choose Dr. Stosage and Dr. Buick at Wyoming Dental Specialties for dental implants and wisdom tooth extractions. They work with passion and focus. They use techniques and technologies that are modern and precise. With 2 decades of experience, their skills are highly specialized. If you need teeth extractions or dental implants placed, come see Dr. Stosage or Dr. Buick at Wyoming Dental Specialties, 50 Park Road, or call us at 307-789-9034.
Set number 5, something we have not had since day 2 of the regional tournament when Evanston battled back from down 2-1 to keep their season alive and beat Rock Springs to then move into a qualifying match against Green River. Evanston qualified for state in 3 sets over Green River and then lost in 3 to Cody. It was a 3-setter yesterday in the quarterfinals against Laramie. And in consolation play, both of these teams, Evanston and Natrona County, playing with the rest of their season and some of them for their career on the line. Kate Robertson for Natrona County has the opening serve. Natrona County in the orange jerseys, black pants, left side of the net. Evanston blue all the way around except for white numerals with a hair of red devil trim on the right. Abbreviated set to 15. The 3A court has already started with Douglas and Lyman playing. Lyman down 2-1 early with that. Here's the opening serve in set number 5. Natrona County over to Evanston. Archuleta pushes deep corner. Morin to Fink. Outside, Grace DeBay winds up, goes to Corey DeRue guarding on the Evanston side. It's returned over. Back to Natrona. Right side setup. Sydney Wilson deflected at the net. Pancake up by Corey DeRue, but no third hit as Emily Freeland goes rolling down to the stanchion. 1-0. Natrona. What an effort, but just a bit short. Robertson with the second serve. Evanston on the return, outside to Freeland. She pushes over the defense. DeBay with the first touch up. Funk, or Alicia Lane, sends it over. Set by Evanston is returned over. Roll shot, DeBay, deflected at the line. Ellingford bump set bound to Archuleta. Out of bounds, 2-0 Natrona. Third serve for Kate Robertson. Archuleta with the first touch. Bound back to Aja. Push deep corner and into my level, heading towards the SBI. I hope that didn't just kick me offline. No, we're good. It's on. It's on. It hit the router, and the router is a tricky thing. The line that keeps us on the air is not hooked in. It's more just pushed in. 3-1 as Evanston gets a point. Near ace serve for Archuleta. Morin, backline attack is out of bounds. It's 3-2. Red Devils down to Natrona by 1. Archuleta serving for the tie. Jump serve just over. Morin returns it. Fink to DeBay. What a windup and what a find down in the back line. Grace DeBay with the kill. 4-2 on the Impact Physical Therapy board. Tessa Kokenauer, the server for Natrona County, up 4-2 over Evanston. Bound backs up to set it to the middle of the court. Ellingford winds back. Kokenauer on Natrona's side. Set to the middle. Funk off the head of Ellingford on the return by Leland. Natrona leads it 5-2. These teams battling and giving it everything they have in an elimination match to play one more day. A timeout taken by Evanston, down by 3 in set 5. We'll be back in 30 seconds on this First Bank presentation of Red Devil Volleyball, live on KNYN 99.1 FM and online at mylocalradio.com.
At beautiful Bear Lake, skiing, snowmobiling, sailing, and swimming are just some of the fun activities offered to recreationists. The Greater Bear Lake Valley offers prime hunting and fishing areas, whether it's trout fishing in the streams or ice fishing for Cisco on the lake, hunting deer or seeking elk along the high mountain ridges. The scenic corner of Utah and Idaho offers outdoor recreation and historical interests away from crowds and high prices. Visit bearlake.org for more information.
Set 5 and Evanston trailing Natrona County in an elimination match 5-2 on the Impact Physical Therapy board. Natrona County left to the net with the serve. It's the setter, Tessa Kokenauer, serving it under the net for an error and an immediate point back Evanston's way. Libero for set 5, Corey DeRue in the white jersey has the serve. She punches it over to Gracie DeBay, who will be set up on the outside on the attack down the line. DeRue's there. Sydney Bound shoots to the outside herself. Cross quarter out of bounds and a late pull off by Hildebrandt, but they say a touch on the line on the block attempt. Evanston is within 1 point, 5-4. DeRue serving. Morin returns it, close on the net. Kokenauer toes it, and Alicia Lane goes back line. Bound sets up to Ellingford. Donut hole hit. Kokenauer to DeBay. She winds up 10 feet outside, goes off of the hands of Alexia Leland, and Natrona back up by 2. 6-4 on the Impact Physical Therapy scoreboard. Grace DeBay out of the front row. She's back serving. Jump serve over to Leland. High return. Bound, goes off the sport court and makes the set up. On Natrona's side, it's Kokenauer to the middle. Lane is blocked. Stays on Natrona. Back to Parker Morin on the outside, deflected at the net. DeRue with the first touch. Back set. Freeland winds up, cross quarter. Picked up by Kokenauer. Outside from Fink to Morin. She's down on the block, off the hands of Kaylee Sharp. Natrona 7, Evanston 4. DeBay serving. 7 for Natrona. Serving 4. Outside Ellingford tips it over the block. Kokenauer to Hildebrandt. Third bump is over on an attack actually by Morin. Bump set from DeRue to Ellingford. Rolls it over the line to the back middle. Here's Kokenauer. Shoots it to Morin. Blocked. Inbounds by Freeland. 7-5 on the Impact Physical Therapy scoreboard. Setter right side subs out. In at setter and serving is Kaylee Critchfield. At right side, it's Natalie Robbins. Serve from Critchfield. Hildebrandt handles it. Set up from Kokenauer to Morin. She pushes it over the block. And down in front of a couple of defenders, DeRue and Leland kill Natrona County. 8 points for them, 5 for the Red Devils on the Impact Physical Therapy board. Kylie Hildebrandt serving, the libero in the black jersey for Natrona County. Lofts it over to Ellingford. Critchfield sets up right side. Ellingford cross quarter in front of Kokenauer. Kill for Ellingford, 8-6. Ellingford will not serve. Instead, it's Sierra Burley. Burley over to DeBay. At the middle, it's Kate Robertson coming in. Donut hole push, maybe wanted a little more power. Deep corner push by Sharp. Back to Natrona. Miscommunication just over. Outside, Archuleta winds up. It's out of bounds. There's a touch, and it's Point Evanston. 8-7 on the Impact Physical Therapy board. The touch goes Evanston's way. Burley serves long, stays in bounds. To the middle, Robertson this time winds up, and it's a kill. She probably had one if she wound up last time, but gets it nonetheless on a second time around. 9-7 on the Impact Physical Therapy board. Anna Fink serving for Natrona County. To Corey DeRue on Evanston side. Archuleta off 2 blockers, deflected. DeBay on the bump up. Fink to Morin. She gets a good set, good wind up, cross court picked up. Joust at the net, Sharp and Robertson going at it. DeBay sets to Morin on Natrona's side. Down for the shot, it's 3 bumps and over for Evanston. Back to Natrona. Joust at the net, won by Evanston. Push by DeBay. Backside and a touchdown by Robertson for Natrona. 10-7 on the Impact Physical Therapy board. Kate Robertson adjusts and touches it down with 2 hands, and Natrona leads by 3, 10-7 on the Impact Physical Therapy board. This set number 5 elimination match at state to 1st to 15. Critchfield, right side setup. Sharp to DeBay, she returns it. Robertson sends it over. Deep push by Natalie Robbins onto Natrona's side. Fink, right side attack. Sydney Wilson beats the block. Back middle, Burley's there. Outside, and a sharp cross by Archuleta. Flipped over on the 3rd by Kate Robertson. Back to Evanston's side. Sharp cross picked up by DeBay. Back to Morin on Natrona for the attack, deflected by Robbins. On Evanston's side, Critchfield to Archuleta. It's down for a kill off the hands of Sydney Wilson. Rachel Voss checks in at middle blocker for the Lady Red Devils as Kaylee Sharp will serve. Evanston on the right side of the net, down by 2 in set number 5. 4 in the serve receive for Natrona County. Kate Robertson gets the first touch to Wilson. She's blocked, digs it out of the net. Natrona will try it again. Parker Morin to DeBay. She pushes it. Can't do anything else as she's in the back line still. Archuleta winds up, and she blocks it off the hands, or sends it off the hands of Kate Robertson. It's 10-9, Evanston down by 1. Sharp serving for a tie for the Lady Red Devils. Fielded by Natrona. Fink bump sets. She goes to Wilson. Bounces it off the blockers. Good setup here for the Red Devils. Critchfield to Archuleta. Cross quarter is in. It hit the back line, and they say it was in. It hit her leg. It can't be in. 10-10 as it was ruled in. It's a physical impossibility for it to be ruled inbounds if it hits the back line official legs before it hits the ground. But she ruled it in, so we're tied, and Evanston and Natrona take a timeout. Back in 30 seconds on this First Bank presentation of Red Devil Volleyball on KNYN 99.1 FM and online at mylocalradio.com.
Bring your vehicle for service at Rocky Mountain Yeti and feel the difference. It's easy. Visit with one of the friendly service riders and then relax and enjoy hot waffles and ice cream. While you relax Yeti style, your vehicle will be worked on by our experienced mechanics. From regular maintenance to major repairs, we do it all. Have your service work done at Rocky Mountain Yeti in Evanston and feel the difference. Get Yeti'd today.
Ooh, yeah.
100 Wasatch Road in Evanston.
Back underway here at the Casper Event Center. Mountain View has advanced to the state championship in football. 33-21 over Glenrock. Fink bump sets to DeBay in the back line, and she hits the net. Evanston has taken a lead 11-10. Set 5 of the state consolation, day 2 here at the Casper Event Center. Kaylee Sharp serving for Evanston with a 1-point lead. Fielded by Hildebrand. Set by Morin to the back line. DeBay rolls it. On to Evanston's side. Archuleta has a tough time handling that. Goes with a sharp cross. Bump set to Morin for Natrona. She pushes it over the block. Archuleta's there. Critchfield sets to Aja. She steps up, is blocked, out of bounds by Kate Robertson. It's 12-10 Red Devils. Kaylee Sharp serving. Hildebrand to Fink. To Robertson, rolls it over. Archuleta's there, returned at the net. Natalie Robbins pushes it up. DeBay chases it down, nearly gets a kill over the net to Evanston's side. Archuleta, push, deep corner. Hildebrand to Fink, middle. Robertson flips it over the block. Robbins makes a saving play. Outside attack, deflected at the net, returned over on a second. On to Evanston's side. Critchfield back set to Robbins. She pushes it deep corner. DeBay, wild return close to the net. Fink cannot return it. It's 13-10. Natrona has given up a lead and now takes a timeout. Evanston is 2 points away from another day of play on the First Bank presentation of Red Devil Volleyball on KNYN 99.1 FM and online at mylocalradio.com.
If you can't give your dentist a 5-star rating, then you ought to consider making your next dental appointment with Dr. McKay Frankham. One patient said, "The best experience I've ever had at a dentist." Other customer comments include 5 stars plus. And not only is Dr. Frankham the best dentist I've ever been to, but I can actually afford to have dental work done by Dr. Frankham. Make your next dental visit a 5-star experience. Call for an appointment today at 307-789-8910.
13-10 on the Impact Physical Therapy scoreboard. Kaylee Sharp serving for the Lady Red Devils, up 13-10 over Natrona County. Returned by Hildebrand. Robertson from the outside this time. And a kill for Kate Robertson. Makes it 13-11. Gives the serve back to the Lady Red Devils, or back to the Natrona County Phillies. Puts Kalia Jackson-Weinrich back to serve and Grace DeBay up into the front line. Serve received close to the net, jumped over by Archuleta, and it's inbounds. 14-11. Match point number 1, Evanston. Sydney Bound serving for the match. It's over. Hildebrand to Fink. Goes to DeBay. It's a 0 attack onto Evanston's side. Archuleta winds up, just blocked, pushes it back over the net. Robertson to Fink, back to DeBay. She adjusts her timing, goes cross court. Corey DeRue's there. Bound to Archuleta. Off the block. Fink on the first touch. Robertson will attack. No, goes to DeBay. Backline defense by Bound. Back to Archuleta to win it, and she does. Evanston has defeated Natrona County 15-11 on the Impact Physical Therapy scoreboard, and will move on to play in consolation tomorrow on this First Bank presentation of Red Devil Volleyball on KNYN 99.1 FM and online at mylocalradio.com.
Some Butterfinger didn't bother to look, and your car goes crunch. Now it looks like the outside of a salted nut roll. People snicker as you drive down the road. Stop the laughter. Let the Three Musketeers at T-Bar S Body Shop come to your rescue and fix your car. When you drive off, you'll feel like you're skipping across the Milky Way again. You'll think of Matt Rex as the big hunk who came to your rescue. Dents removed, glass chips repaired, and windshields replaced. T-Bar S Body Shop and Glass Repair on County Road, across from the cemetery in Evanston. Sweet.
Hello, this is Dr. McKay Franklin. Something I've really enjoyed as a dentist over the past 20 years are the lasting friendships that I've formed with many of my patients. My staff is really great, and we try hard to make sure that every patient feels a warm welcome. It doesn't matter if it's your first visit or if you've been with us for years. Every patient is welcome and always appreciated. Our goal is to provide the best dental care possible at reasonable rates. Please call us today to schedule your appointment at 307-789-8910.
Go Red Devils!
The Steel Fabrication Shop at Ellingford Brothers is available for large and small projects alike. We work with individuals, the public is always welcome, and contractors. We design and build one-of-a-kind projects, plus we fabricate loose parts and heavy equipment, and customize Ford and Dodge pickup truck front bumpers, plus equipment including hitches, trailers, and more. Serving customers since 1936, Ellingford Brothers is reliable, honest, and offers competitive pricing. Call today, 307-789-1515. The first school in Evanston opened in 1870 with 8 students. Since the very beginning, excellence in education has been the goal. Dedicated teachers and staff, board members, and community members have focused on student learning. The Uintah County School District No. 1 has graduated many young men and women who have gone on to be successful, productive citizens, parents, and leaders around the world. Our heritage continues today. Uintah County School District No. 1, Pathway to Excellence.
Evanston defeats Natrona County in consolation play in 5 sets. Run you through your Red Devil recap right now. Like we said, the Lady Red Devils advance on to day 3 of the state tournament in 5 sets, winning the first set 25-22, dropping the second 25-23 to Natrona County, winning the third 25-20, losing the fourth in big fashion 25-14, and then taking the fifth after being down 10-7. They come back and win 15-11 on an 8-1 run. That's your Red Devil recap. They will play at 9 a.m. tomorrow against either Thunder Basin or Kelly Walsh. That'll do it for us from here at the Casper Event Center on this First Bank presentation of Red Devil Volleyball on KNYN 99.1 FM and online at mylocalradio.com.
Thank you for listening to this First Bank presentation of Evanston Lady Red Devil Volleyball. The proceeding has been a wholly owned production of Cook Brothers Broadcasting, no portion of which may be used or rebroadcast without the express written consent of Old West Media Incorporated. Today's executive producer is Val Cook. Check out mylocalradio.com for more live and archived games of Evanston and the surrounding area. Once again, thank you to all of our sponsors, and thank you for tuning in.